Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Lock, with an E. And tonight is me with an E, MIE. MIE Skincare, the return. It hasn't been on the air for a little while, I don't think. So you're probably ready to stock up. And also, if you want to buy the best skincare money can buy, when you watch this show, you might very well find yourself towards the end agreeing with me that this is it. It's amazing stuff. I'm going to be very enthusiastic throughout the course of the show. It's all genuine, my own testimony, because I use this religiously. I get it down to my hands and knees while I put it on. It's really, honestly, what this does, and it actually does something. This is the thing about MIE. It's skincare that actually does what it says on the tin, and we'll tell you what it's supposed to do that it says on the tin throughout the course of the show. Now, I couldn't do this alone because it's a Beauty and the Beast situation, really. But if they keep calling him Beast, I will get very upset. It's the one and only Richard Mears. Good to see you.
Rob,
how are you? I'm very well, sir. I know what you're going to say. I've heard you say it before, and I love it every time you do say it. In a nutshell, MIE Skincare. How would you describe it?
It does what it says on the tin.
Hey, there you go. Lovely. So we'll have, obviously, an in-depth look at everything in the show tonight. We're going to do a little preview. Do you want to give us 30 seconds on who you are, what MIE is, and what people can expect tonight? Yeah,
so I've been in the industry over 30 years, developing and helping develop products and brands for many household name brands. And what I found was that they would spend a lot of their money on advertising, celebrity endorsements, influencers. They paid a fortune.
I know. In the wrong business.
The product inside, what I call the goo, because I'm a big stirrer, they would spend less money on that. So they would tend to talk about their ingredients and what their ingredients could do for you. So what I wanted to do was to create a range that would give you real invisible results, not masking, real invisible.
Real and visible.
Real and
invisible.
visible.
Yes, yes.
And visible.
Yes, yes. I'm not correcting, I'm just saying.
I want to do that quickly, so within minutes. But more importantly to me, I wanted each day that you got what's called a cumulative benefit, so that each day you get a better and better and better result. So we don't say long-lasting moisturization. We don't say wrinkles appear reduced. We don't say skin appears firmer. What we say is this much firmer in this much time, this much more hydration in this much time, this much wrinkle reduction in this much time. So all of our products go through fully independent full clinical testing. Yeah. So we don't talk about what the ingredients could do, what the product has been proven to do.
Yes, and these are scientific results, and we will show you the evidence throughout the course of the show. And by the way, as always, if you ever have any questions, the reason we are live on ITV1 and STV right now is because you can hear the expert tell you everything you need to know, so you know what you're getting before you buy it. But also, if you have any questions, you can ask, and please do. We will do a Q&A section. So if you have any, now look, if there's anything medical that we can't answer, Richard will have an answer as to a way you can get an answer. But it doesn't matter. Don't let that hold you back. Any question you have, throw it at us. And we are pertaining to skincare, obviously, not just any question. Although I'll give it a go. And we will endeavour to answer it for you. We want you to be absolutely happy, because there's only one other range I know that is as good or slightly better than this, and that's also Richard's range. So let's start giving you a preview of some of the things that are coming up in the show. And by the way, Richard's very coy and very modest, and I'm going to say this. If you wanted a celebrity, let's say, for example, you had all the money in the world and, big A-list celebrity or someone like that, and they wanted a special skincare formulated for them, they go to Richard, and have done. And actually, there's one formula on the show tonight that is the exact same formula that he made for one of the biggest superstars on the planet. So that's number one. And number two, if you've never met Richard in person, that's fine. Because what is it you say about ladies in the country, Richard?
I've never met any woman in the UK who hasn't used a product I've been involved with ever. So every single woman I have ever met who I've said that to, and then I've done that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. They've gone, yeah.
So you may not know him in person, but you've definitely used some of his product. or product he's been involved in the formulation of. This is not just a salesperson, this is the formulator, as Richard says, the beaker stirrer. Right, let's get into it, shall we? We're going to start off with, here's our website. Check out the entire show. You can look at everything that is online. There is the AM, PM. This is what I use all the time, well, literally every day, every morning or daytime and every night. $45.99 is less than the price that you would pay for just one of those, so we have a better than half price offer, I believe. It is phenomenal stuff. And if I told you some of the things the night cream's done for me, you wouldn't even believe me. But we'll get into that later. So, quick word about the AM PM, if you would, please, Richard.
Quick?
Well, we're going to get into this. Is just a preview.
Oh, right.
So,
right.
you know, a summary.
So, night cream. There is nothing in comment or measure about your skin that this product does not improve. So, out of I don't know, 2,500 products I've been involved with in my career, that's the only one I've ever used from day one. Day one. Yes. On the day cream, that gives you equal to laser brightness skin within 30 minutes. Long-lasting moisturization, no, we don't say that. We measured the skin 24 hours after the first and initial application, and on average, 27% more hydrated 24 hours later.
We're going to have a quick look. I guess we'll go into this now very quickly, and then we'll look at. So we're just going to do one of each. But I mean, look at the results speak for themselves, don't they, Richard? This is after 30 minutes.
Yeah. So on the right-hand side, she's got lovely skin. On the left-hand side, there, much brighter skin. She looks young. Brighter skin is associated with more youthful skin, so you can see a brighter, firmer, smoother skin, and that's within 30 minutes.
That's the AM. Then on to the PM.
It's just 1 hour. Its full result is 8 hours away.
Wow.
This is just 1 hour. So
and by the way, the lighting conditions, the camera, the exposure, the colour temperature, everything's identical in both photographs.
Yes, they've got to be, otherwise we wouldn't be able to show them. But yes. So again, you can see a brighter, smoother, plumper, more energised skin. And that's just 1 hour. Its full result is about 8 hours away.
I'm gonna show you something later, Richard, that might shock you. And the rest of the audience as well. But let's get into it first. I will just say this: I occasionally suffer from psoriasis, and I never know where it's going to be. It could be anywhere on my body. And I had a patch on my shin, and it's the kind of psoriasis that goes soft and gooey and leaks and crusts and I used, on your advice, I used the PM, and within, I suppose, 6 weeks, gone. And I'll show you what's left of it in a minute. I know I haven't got before and after. Individual results vary. We're not guaranteeing this is some miracle cure. But I tell you what, some of the things that this works on that are just... if in doubt now, I just try the PM first. I even use it as an antiseptic because it kills 99.9%. Well, maybe not an antiseptic, but if I get a little spite or something, I put a bit of PM on it. I probably shouldn't. It's probably a waste of cream, but...
No. It does help repair processes.
Yeah.
So it does speed up repair processes.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Also in the show tonight, let us have a look at a brand new launch. This is hot off the press. We have never shown this before. It's already flying out the door, and this is the MIE Regeneration Serum, 30 mils for $29.99. Tell us about this. And this is over 4 weeks you're seeing on the screen. Whoa! I've not seen these. I've never seen these before.
So what on the after here? So what the product does, it gives you glass-like skin. So on the after photo here, no product has been used for 48 hours before the shot was taken.
Whoa.
So it is your actual skin.
I'm not being funny, it looks photoshopped, but it's not, I guarantee you. That's how good it is.
Yeah, so this is a close-up on the eye, so you can see what's called the skin relief. If you look really closely, they're not wrinkles, it's just like ripples in a pond within the skin on the before. The pores are larger.
Yeah.
On the after, it's much brighter, glass-like skin. You can see the puffiness come out under the eye, yes. Look at the little blemishes below the eye. They've gone.
Yeah, completely. It's extraordinary.
So what it gives is glass-like skin. So
but the puffy eyelid, the lower eyelid, was quite puffy on the left, and it's completely flat on the right.
Yeah, so it does lots of things. So yes, smoother, yes, brighter, glass-like skin. But no product has been used for 48 hours on the after.
Wow.
So that is your actual skin. What it does is it creates glass-like skin.
I'm my flab is well and truly gasted. So that's coming up. Here's another one, actually, before we move on.
Again, you can see that the smoothness of skin there, the evenness of skin tone.
It's extraordinary, Richard. And you formulated this. You are a clever boy. $29.99. Get that while you can. It's a brand new launch here at Shop on TV. Which one is it, Richard? I can't quite see.
It's the Regeneration Serum.
I know. Is it this one here? No, that's the. Oh, it's third for you. There you go. It's this one here. So, by the way, these have a 3-year shelf life. Is that right?
That's all you can ever say.
That's all. Yes. Yeah. You're not allowed to say more than that, but yeah.
You never open them.
No.
So yes, it's got a period after opening, because it's got to have, because that's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
But these are what's called airless containers. They're never actually opened.
So every time you pump it, it's like it's a brand new bottle, basically.
Yeah, it's as fresh as the day it was manufactured.
Extraordinary. Right, so there you go. That's your regeneration serum. Get it while you can. Obviously, we will go into full detail. Just stay watching for, I'd say, at least 40, 45 minutes. We'll probably would have covered most things by then. Hopefully, you can stay for the whole show. We're here live until 3 a.m. 10% has gone already, and we've only mentioned it for, what, a few seconds. Right, so that's that. Let us move on to one of my favourites. This is a duo. It's a dynamic duo as well, because it's for your lips and it's also for your eyes. And the befores and afters on this are extraordinary. I get a little bit hot under the collar whenever I see the lips, because there's one of the models who's, I've never seen such beautiful lips in my life. But that's just me. £34 for both. Remember, a 5mm and an 8mm. So what's it all about, Richard?
So the lip. Gives you 20% plumper lips, when I say normally, within 2 minutes. This particular photo here on the Afro-Caribbean lip, that's 15 minutes.
Right.
So that particular photo is 15 minutes. But if you show another one, normally it's 2 minutes. So 2 minutes, you get 20% plumper, you get a massive increase in colour. The lip line definition is there. So on the before there, this lady would be using a pencil to draw her lips in.
Yeah.
On the after, you know exactly where the skin ends and the lip begins.
For sure.
They're plumper. The lines have all diminished. There's a massive increase in colour. The Cupid's bow in the middle is much sharper. And then look at that lip line definition. Wow. So it looks like she's wearing lipstick, but she is not wearing lipstick. And that's just 2 minutes. And there's no sting, no aggravation with this product.
And those are the best pair of lips I've ever seen in my entire life. Extraordinary. So 2 minutes. Again, this is real results for you. I mean, individual results may vary, but everybody should get some kind of a result.
Oh, I've done about 7,500 of those personally.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Well, you've never had a 0, have you, on any of your stats? We'll get into the stats later. Every one of your products is a success. Then the Instant Eye Lift does what it says on the tin. Again, after 15 minutes.
This is just 15 minutes. So you can see the puffiness and darkness under the eye in the after. It's pretty much gone.
Yeah.
But I want to draw your attention to the eyelid. In the before, it doesn't look like she's got a hooded eyelid. In the after, oh my goodness, did she have one 15 minutes before?
Right.
Now, not everyone's going to get that result, but this result was achieved on this lady within 15 minutes.
You're going to see actually on the next set of, well, the next product when we show some of the before and afters, just how dramatic the results truly, honestly can be. Now, it'll be different for everybody, but you might just be one of the lucky ones where it's almost like a complete transformation and facelift. So this is the neck and chest. And when you see, I forget the lady's name, who with a dramatic transformation. Is it Helen?
The model, live on set.
Yeah.
It's Helen. Helen Disney.
Helen Disney? Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm saying nothing. Look at that. Well, there you are. There it is.
And this was live on set.
Live on set.
I think it was about 15, 20 minutes.
It's extraordinary. She never came back because she uses this. Honestly, she uses this all the time now. She's useless as a model because she looks too good.
Yeah, and she'd also used the night cream on her face, and if you see just under on the chin there, you can see a dramatic change there as well.
Amazing.
So again, Helen was well over 70. Should we put it that way?
Sure.
And well, I don't have to say much about this before
no.
and after at all. So this was live in the studio, and I think it was maybe 30 minutes, maybe Paul knows.
I mean, people actually witnessed it, the transformation live. $23.99 is the price for 30 mils, and we've got lots of emails from you. We'll read some of those out shortly. Talk to me. We talk shelf life, but what about how long do the products on average last?
We always say a minimum of 3 months. Personally, I get way more than 3 months.
Sure.
However, if I say 4 months and you get 3 months and 3 weeks, you'd be a bit disappointed. If I say 3 months and you get 3 months and 3 weeks, you think, oh, that's okay. So we always say a minimum of 3 months. Me personally, I get at least 5.
Right. But this is powerful stuff. So when we go through the show, Richard will let you know what the sort of recommended dose is, if you like.
Yeah.
And if you use more, you're just wasting the product. I mean, I went through a PM in a month because I was just slapping it on, like, you know. And then Richard said, well, you're just wasting your money. So honestly, lots to learn tonight and lots to see and lots to enjoy. Final item in our preview is a relatively new product. Again, this also, every single time we have it on, it just walks out the door. And this is your Glow Vitamin C Serum.
So this is a Glow Vitamin C Serum. Most people know vitamin C. What does vitamin C do? Vitamin C gives you much brighter skin, targets things like blemishes, etc., etc.
Yeah.
This is a very, very powerful vitamin C, and this is what's achieved inside of 10 minutes.
Just
10 minutes.
By the way, I'd recognise a pair of lips anywhere, and that's the lady with my favourite lips. And it turns out the rest of us not that bad either. Amazing. Sorry, I'll shut up now. Okay, so let's basically, for those who want to know whether they should get the Glow Serum, because also if they're buying the AM PM, you know, what should they do?
Which one?
Well, with the vitamin C, if they're going to buy the vitamin C serum, what would you recommend if they're also buying the AM PM?
Well, if you're buying the AM PM and you're buying the vitamin C, personally, if I was you, I'm not saying don't buy the vitamin C, but if you buy one of them, it would be the regeneration serum, because that's the one that's going to do the biggest job.
Right.
The vitamin C, primarily, I would say use in the morning. It's much brighter skin, gives you hydrated skin, gives you smoother skin. Right. The day cream also does that. So it's a bit of a duo there.
So I know you always say if you prefer a serum, use the serum, and if you prefer a cream, use the cream. Yeah,
so as we age, and me personally, I'm preferring the serum.
Yeah, I know you.
Not everyone is like that.
Sure.
But if
and now we've got the regenerating serum as well, which takes it up another notch.
Oh yeah, but the regeneration serum does stand alone. It's probably it's in the top 3 technical products we've ever created.
Really.
So what that's doing, you know, like this is not a vaccine, right?
Right.
But you know, the vaccine that was generated in the pandemic, it was using what's called mRNA.
Yes.
And what that does is it's messenger. It's a messenger of RNA. And what it does is that it speaks to cells in your body and says, do what I'm telling you to do, but do it multiple times and do it exactly the same every time.
Right.
So using that technology, what we're actually doing is that we're building your skin in a fashion that when it comes to the surface, it gives you glass-like skin.
Extraordinary. There's another look. We're almost.
And again, look at the skin relief. See, I always describe it like ripples on a pond. So they're not wrinkles, but if you look at the left-hand side, you can see what we call the micro skin relief.
Yeah.
So you can just see little ripples, little undulations.
Yeah.
Look on the right, smooth. Look at the blemishes towards the left-hand side of the eye. They are quite pronounced on the left. On the right-hand side, they're much more reduced. And then look at the pore sizes as well. Again, that's taken it out. It's glass-like skin. Now, no product has been used on that skin for 48 hours before that photo was taken. That's your actual skin.
Get it while you can, because we didn't have a massive launch stock. and people are multi-buying it, they're stocking up on it, because you've got at least 3 years, so it's, you know, the shelf life of it. So, I mean, it should be nearly 50 quid. We've got an amazing saving on it. And again, minimum 3 months supply. 568258. And again, it comes in the standard sort of black bottle. Why are they in black bottles? Is there a reason for that? Just because they look good, or is there a function to it as well?
Well, they're airless containers. So, one, they're airless. Two, we put all of our money into the product.
Yes.
Into the product. So, a lot of people will spend money on, more money, if you will, making the package prettier.
That was a bit too much. That's a week's supply I've just used there.
Well, what we do is...
lovely.
And look at the brightness of your hand already.
Holy cow, look! Whoa, that's seconds. Clearly I needed it. It's drunk it up like a thirsty camel in the desert.
Indeed.
Sorry,
so all of our products completely absorb within 2 minutes. You found there that...
And I passed the knob test as well, don't I?
You passed the knob test.
We'll explain what that means. It means you've got to be able to open a doorknob without your hands slipping, and my hands are completely dry. Oh, that's fabulous. That really is. Right, okay, Richard. Let us go back to the beginning. Basically the introduction to MIE. If you buy nothing else, get yourself the AM PM. Now, I don't know where Paul wants to do this, but it's my right shin where I've got just a very faint patch of what's left of my horrible patch of psoriasis. At some point, we'll figure out how to do it. But let's get into it. You said that you cannot, you cannot record or measure.
There is nothing that you can comment on, or there is nothing you can comment or measure about your skin that this does not improve. So it improves everything.
Yeah.
There is nothing you can comment or measure about your skin that this does not improve.
Yeah.
So in the clinical testing, this is a double blind done at Princeton. Most people know Princeton in the world.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest testing houses in the world. Every single solitary laboratory test, so these are measurements, they're not visual assessment from 6 feet or something like that. They're actual laboratory test on laboratory equipment.
Yeah.
Every single measuring device available to measure your skin has been used on this product. And every single participant, every time scale, every criteria measured significant improvement. In fact, their quote is, we have never in our history tested any product. This is the biggest testing house in the world. They have never in their history tested any product which scored so high in every single criteria.
This is a place that does a lot of the testing for the NHS, apparently. That's what Paul told me. Maybe he's right, maybe he's right. Are you sure about that, Paul? That the NHS does a lot of their testing at Princeton?
Well, it's one of the biggest testing houses in the world, I can tell you that much.
Do your own research. Let's leave it at that, yeah.
Use it at night. Freshly cleansed skin. If you're going to use soap and water, if you're going to do that, allow 2 minutes just to allow any excess moisture to come off your skin. Then, one pump only. So one pump only on the back of your hand. The reason we do that is this is a very active formula, which means there's less water. So you put it on the back of your hand so it warms. Then you dot your finger in, and then you dot it around your face, and then you smooth it in. So it's warming on your hand, it's warming on your finger, it's warming on your skin. And once you've done that, then just gently smooth it in. Within 2 minutes, totally absorbed. So all you will feel is soft, smooth skin. You won't feel any residue. There's no tackiness. You can lie on a silk pillow and no rub off, no nothing.
So I've just been asked, because I've got my trouser leg up and people are going to wonder, have I gone a bit weird or have I joined the Freemasons? Well, too late, I'm already a member. Let me just show you. Now, again, I can't say that this is going to work for you. I don't have a before. This is not definitive. I can't definitively give you the evidence, but I can. Oh, sorry. By the way, I caught that on the dead skin on my heel last night. I put a bit of PM on it straight away, actually. But let's ignore that part. So you see that patch there. So literally about 6 weeks ago, it was sticky and oozing and had a crust, like a silvery crust on it. I put some antiseptic on it and a plaster over the top. And after about 3 days, I took the plaster off.
And you took your leg off, probably.
I took a great big layer of skin off as well, and it was like mush. So I had a shower, dried it out, and I started putting the PM on it, and that is after about 6 weeks. and it's completely healed. Again, individual results may vary. I'm not suggesting that you use this on your psoriasis per se, although we'll get into where you can and can't use it. And obviously you can always consult with your dermatologist or your doctor or whoever first. But Richard will give you all the advice you need to know, because we actually have another before and after, a gentleman who had a similar thing but all over his legs. And that helped him quite considerably too.
Yeah, we can talk about Laura as well.
Yeah.
So what'll happen is you put that on at night, the one pump. When you wake up in the morning, when you look in the mirror, you will see the difference. Everyone who knows you within 3 or 4 days will say you look well. They don't say your skin is firmer, you look brighter, your wrinkles look reduced. They're not going to say any of that. They'll just say you look well. Yeah. And that's the most comment you got. Our biggest complaint on this product, 999 to 1. My male partner is stealing my product. Because even male partners notice within 3 to 4 days.
Yes.
And I think it's male insecurity. So they say, you look well, you know, and kind of male insecurity, what's going on? And then you say, well, I'm using this cream. The man says, well, if you're getting hotter, I better get hotter. I'm going to use the cream as well. And then steals it from your cupboard. And then you go to use it and it's empty. Yeah. So just be careful on that one.
Maybe buy a couple.
So we'll give you some statistics.
I was going to say let's do some photo before
we've got about,
or stats, whatever. Yeah.
We've got about 80
what do you want
stats.
First? Stats
skin
or pictures?
firmness.
Skin firmness. Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll show you the stats, and then we'll show you what it looks like.
Okay.
So skin firmness, what's called elasticity.
Elasticity. Yeah.
So if you pinch your skin, how fast does it recover? When we're young, you can hardly pinch your skin. So elasticity increase. We don't say your skin appears firmer. We tell you how much, how long. Now, we tell you our lowest results. We're totally transparent. I don't know any brand in the world which tells you their lowest results. They normally say up to, which could be one person. I'm not saying it is, but it could be one person.
Well, also up to 90% could be 1%. Still up to 90%.
Yeah, and up to 100%. It's like, well, you can't get more than 100%.
Well, no.
But anyway, we show you our lowest. They're on our 20-year-olds. The highest, they're on our 70-year-olds. We go all the way to 70. So in the testing, we test on 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70-year-olds. Male, female, oily, T-zone, dry, combination skin, Asian, Caucasian, Afro-Caribbean, Hispanic. And all of these people are in these trials. So the average in 1 hour, 99%.
Gosh.
Now we're showing you the cumulative bills. So 4 weeks of repeated use every night, average 131. 6 weeks, an average 148. So we're showing you the cumulative build. Again, our highest figures are going to be on our 70-year-olds. Yep. Our lowest figures are going to be on our 20-year-olds. Well,
it proves it's never too late to start. In fact, quite the opposite.
Yeah, so I'm very often told my skin is too aged, I am too old, nothing's going to work, etc., etc., etc. No, the good news is the more aged your skin is, the more dramatic the change will be. Yeah. And then we'll show you hydration.
Yep, coming up right now.
Hydration is much more important than moisturization. Hydration, drinking a glass of water, moisturization, standing in a shower. So we don't say long-lasting, because what does long-lasting mean?
I don't know.
Who knows?
It's great marketing speak.
Yes, long-lasting.
Yeah.
So what we did, independent clinical testing house, measured the skin at, say, 9 o'clock at night. The participant applied the product, 9 o'clock in the morning, tested the skin. On average, 27% more hydrated. Was it? No, 117.
117, yeah.
I was getting the 24-hour one for the AM.
Yeah, right.
117% more hydrated. So it doesn't take 12 hours to work. It's 12 hours later, it's still working, and it's 117% on average.
Gosh.
Our lowest figures, 74. Our highest, 181.
So worst case scenario, out of all the people you tested,
a 20-year-old.
Yeah, a 20-year-old got a 74% increase in hydration after 12 hours.
Even 12 hours later.
Oh, or even 12 hours later.
Yeah. So it doesn't take 12 hours to work. It's still working.
Every product works in some fashion for everyone you've tested it on. Yeah.
That's 100% true.
Yeah.
100% success rate. That's one of the. We show you our lowest figures we're very proud of those figures. Number 2 is to show you we had 100% success rate. Whether you were 20 or whether you were 70, whether you're male or female, whether you were Asian, Caucasian, Afro-Caribbean, Hispanic. I had a great quote from a client once, and she said, "Do you have skin? If the answer is yes, this is for you."
Right.
And it's true. You know, are you 40 and Asian? We've proven it works on you. Are you 70 and Caucasian? We've proven it works on you. Are you 55 and Afro-Caribbean? We've proved it works on you. So we've got around 80 different statistics, but we would bore you to death if we showed you them all. You can go to the website and see more.
Now, by the way, I just want to, I know that we get caught up in the show, and I'm just as guilty of that because it's fascinating listening to Richard, even though I pretty much know everything he's going to say by now. But the point is that this is Shop on TV. We are your late night shopping destination. You can buy this. Now, if you're watching right now and you have skin, whether you're male or female, no matter what your ethnicity or age, well, I mean, if you're a baby, then don't buy it, but you probably wouldn't know how to. You can actually own this. It will be with you. What is today? Friday, so it'll be with you early next week.
Saturday.
Is it Saturday? Well, it's Saturday now, technically. Yes, you're right. You're right. I want you to understand something here. Not all skincare is created equal. If you, like my mum, have been using the same skincare for years or even decades, and you're essentially not, I want to say stuck in your ways, but you're loyal, devoted to that particular product or products, ask yourself this: are they really giving you results? And I bet you most of the people watching right now could actually not answer that question, because it's been so long since you've actually seen some results that you don't know what the results would even look like if you did see them. And the thing is, you will, when you use this, you'll suddenly go, oh, you'll notice very quickly, as I did, I believe, just how effective this is. B, that, oh, that's what skincare is supposed to do. And I'm sorry, but we are sold, as my producer just said, wishes or dreams in a bottle every single day.
It's a classic phrase inside the beauty industry. It's what's called hope in a bottle.
Hope in a bottle.
And when somebody comes to me and says, can you develop something?
Yeah.
I would say, you're going to make it real or hope in a bottle?
Right.
And mostly it's hope in a bottle.
Because it's cheaper.
Because what they'll say, and what do we mean by hope in a bottle? What we mean is then what we would say is things like contains vitamin C. Our vitamin C comes from oranges grown on the Amalfi Coast, warmed by Mediterranean air,
Yes.
fed by volcanic waters, full of enzymes and proteins, and ripened in the Mediterranean sun. And vitamin C is clinically proven to brighten your skin. At no stage have I said, the product will brighten your skin. I have told you vitamin C over there.
Yeah, and we've got some of that in there, but we don't necessarily know how much.
Exactly. What we do is say, no, the product will brighten your skin.
Yeah.
And that's the key point. So with the night cream, you will get firmer skin. We've told you by how much. You will get hydrated skin. We've told you by how much.
Yeah.
We will firm, we will plump. If you're hydrated, you're automatically plumper, you're automatically brighter, you're automatically smoother. And when it comes to elasticity, I put that product on my hand there. Yeah. So if I show you this hand, what it used to be, so watch. So I'll pinch it and it comes back. Well, number one, I can pinch a thin bit of skin.
Number two, it comes back slow.
And number two, it comes back slow.
Yeah.
If I get this hand, so I'll really go in.
Yeah. Can barely pinch it, and it.
So it's the same. I'm not doing anything different. Look.
Yeah.
Thin and slow. Back, and I've just put that product on. Yeah. That's elasticity.
Just before we're going to move on to the AM now, Richard, but just to say this, and you put it more eloquently, and forgive me if I can't remember it exactly. This is peace of mind, because we're pretty certain. Certainly, Richard is certainly certain that if you use any other skincare, unless it's Richard's other skincare line, the chances are you've never reaped the benefits of what this can do for you. You say it a slightly different way.
I will go up against any product in the world, and I've
you've worked on a lot of them, yeah.
And I've said it live on air. You know, any other product in the world will go up against it in a clinical testing house. Yeah. On the basis that whatever the result, we both promised to publish the result. No one's ever taken me up on it.
No.
The biggest testing house in the world said, we have never in our history tested any product which scored so high in every single criteria. So, out of 2,500 products I've been involved with in my life, that is the only one I've ever used from day one. And I now use a couple more, but that is the only product I've used from day one, and I use it religiously.
And if Princeton have never tested anything in all of the years they've been doing it, and probably tens of or hundreds of thousands of products they've tested, and that's scored higher than any other one in all categories, that means that's the best one, right? We believe. Let's move on to the AM, because these work in concert. Sorry, I apologise. I'm just getting this just in, ladies and gentlemen. Science of the PM, and then we'll move on to the AM. So, no? So what are we doing? B&As of the AM. Oh, the PM. There we are.
So, Asian skin ages very, very well. This lady's 57, and we'll see a few ladies, and they're all 57. I don't know why they're all 57, but they're 57. So on the left-hand side, beautiful lady, great skin. On the right-hand side, this is just 1 hour later. Yeah. Look how much brighter it is and smoother, more energized. And I can tell you, if you see these faces side by side, which you might do in a minute, it's a mother-daughter moment.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, not everyone's going to get that result.
No.
But that result was with this lady in 60 minutes. Brighter skin is associated with more youthful skin. The younger you are, the brighter your skin is. Yes. Babies are very bonny. So brighter skin. And brighter skin primarily comes from plumper skin, but more hydrated skin.
Got it.
That's why we hydrate. Yep. So hydration, drinking a glass of water, moisturization, standing in a shower. Let's see a different one. So what we're trying to show you is different ethnicities, different ages. So this lady here...
She's not 57, sure.
She is not 57. I think she's about 28.
Right.
She's got great skin on the left. Look at the skin on the right.
Wow.
Again, this is just hydration. So you're getting a more even skin tone, a more energized skin. And you can see a brighter skin, younger skin.
People who show up for like a Vogue shoot or a Cosmopolitan or something, you know, they are airbrushed to kingdom come by, you know, afterwards, before those photos appear on the covers. But these look cover ready. And there is, again, you actually have cameras videoing how you use the cameras.
Yeah, we have to have a camera taking a photo of the camera taking the photo to prove it's the same filter, showing the the lumen meter.
Oh, the light meter, yeah.
Yeah, the light meter. The light
yeah.
So prove it's the same lighting, because, you know, if you turn the lights up in the studio, your wrinkles look reduced.
And it has to be the same aperture, the camera settings can't be different.
We have to physically measure the distance from the camera and everything. So, again, this lady's 57 on the left-hand side, beautiful lady on the right-hand side. Still a beautiful lady, but now looks younger. She looks younger because it looks brighter, it looks smoother, it looks more energized. That is just 1 hour. Its full result is 8 hours later.
Gosh, so that's an eighth of the way there, potentially.
The full results are 8 hours later.
Yes, yeah.
So
I was just trying to reword what you said. I don't know why. Go on, carry on, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it's an eighth or a half.
No, I know. I was just being stupid.
Its full results are 8 hours later.
8 hours later, yes.
So, you know, brighter, firmer, more even skin toned, and that's just 1 hour after the first application. Amazing. And we have a cumulative build. It gets better and better and better and better.
You know, it says
you can show Laura.
Well, yeah, we can show Laura. So, it says individual results may vary. We have to say that legally, and it's true. They may vary. I just wish there was a parenthesis that said, but probably not by very much.
No,
you know what I mean?
Individual results will vary.
Yeah. You
might get better than that.
That's it, yeah.
But you won't get nothing.
No. And have a look at Laura again. This is just extraordinary. Laura is a genuine customer of Shop on TV, and she got in touch a few months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we encourage questions, because I tell you what I think you want to know, but, you know, you come in and you ask what
we'll do a Q&A soon.
And so this is Laura, and she rang in and said she had psoriasis. We had to... I have to take her offline and give her a private consultation.
Yep.
And then that was that. And then she started sending her photos in, which were incredible.
Yeah.
And so, you know, before...
She'll be watching tonight, I know.
2 weeks,
Hi, Laura.
Look at the 4 weeks.
Good grief.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, imagine how you would feel if you were like Laura on the before.
Well, that is not a red light on Laura's face in the before.
No,
That is her face.
Yeah. And psoriasis, that's how it presents.
Yeah.
It can be like that. It can go crusty, like with your shin there.
Yeah.
And then we've got one, which I don't know if you got, but we've got one that's like 2 months later.
There it is.
Or 3 months later.
I mean,
That is the same person.
that is ridiculous. Now, I will
So
say
the
there
brightness, look at the under the eyes,
Yeah.
all the puff's gone. Look at the brightness of skin. There's a little mark up the top there, but not much.
Just amazing. Absolutely amazing. And again, thank you, Laura. And then didn't we have, what was the gentleman's name?
Peter.
Peter. Yeah, can we show Peter? Yeah,
He was a bit more like...
If you're squeamish, look away. This is the problem I had a small patch of. Look at, he had it all over his legs. Look, I mean, that's what mine was like.
Yeah, and that's just 5 weeks. So with continued use, that brown area will go more reddish.
Which is what mine's starting to do now.
And it will calm and calm and calm and calm and calm. So again, we're not saying this is a medicine or anything like that.
No.
We're just showing you what happened with genuine customers.
But what is it doing then that makes it work?
Well, it's doing lots of things. I mean, the question really is, what isn't it doing?
Right.
So we're energizing, we are speeding up the repair process, we rebalance, we hydrate, when we say rebalance, we're rebalancing the sebum production. So
it kills 99% of germs and bacteria as well, doesn't it? I think you said the PM, is that right? Or
yes.
Yeah.
Acne-causing bacteria.
Oh, acne-causing bacteria. Okay, yeah. So it can even help with breakouts.
It kills 99.9% of all acne-causing bacteria.
There you go. Enough said.
And it helps, it help repair. So if you were to have a breakout, what it would do is it would speed the process up. So it would erupt quicker and it would repair quicker. I've
got to ask you to check out, because we're running out of stock here. People have actually got this in their baskets and haven't checked out yet. I know, well, 20% of a big stock of the AM PM nearly already gone, but again, it's really, I understand that you're waiting to sort of maybe see a few things and hear about a few things and really get to grips with what they're all about before you check out. But we never ever have enough of this stuff in stock, and it can be sometimes a long time when it sells out before we're able to get things back in stock. So let's go to the AM. And let's talk about and extol some of the virtues of that, if that's okay.
So the AM, people normally call it a day cream a moisturiser.
Yeah.
I'm going to apply my moisturiser.
Right.
Moisturisation is only ever temporary. It's only ever measured in a matter of hours. So what I wanted to do was create a product that gives you long-lasting. So long-lasting moisturisation, it can only ever be measured in a few hours. When we do hydration, that's much deeper within your skin. You're automatically more moisturised. So hydration increase. We want to say long-lasting. We measured it, or the independent clinical testing house measured it at, say, measured your skin at 9 o'clock on, say, Monday morning. Then you apply the product. Then measure your skin at 9 o'clock on the Tuesday morning, 24 hours later.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take 24 hours to work. 24 hours later, on average, skin was 27% more hydrated than what it was 24 hours before.
Extraordinary.
And again, we totally transparent. Our lowest figures are going to be on our 20-year-olds. Our highest figures are going to be on our 70-year-olds. That's hydration. And let's look at luminosity. So this is brightness of skin. So 8%, you're going to look at that and go, 8%, well, that's not a lot. Why are you showing me that? Well, the best expected from laser treatment, which you have to have 3 or 4 treatments for, is meant to damage your skin, encourage your skin to repair, so then you have brighter, fresher looking skin. The best expected, 7 to 9%.
With laser? With
laser. And that's 4, 5, it depends where you go, 400 or 500 pounds per course. It could be
course.
Per 1,000. Per course. You have to have 3 or 4 courses. And the best expected is 7 to 9%. On average, we give you 8% in 30 minutes. 8%.
That's in the laser territory.
On average.
Yeah. In terms of luminosity, obviously it's a different process. But you were telling me that laser, it literally breaks, or it sort of damages you so that your body heals. That's how you get the results.
So it's like microneedling. So you deliberately damage your skin and then you encourage your skin to repair itself and speed up the repair process. So what that does then is your skin reacts to repair the damage and give you a brighter, smoother skin.
No pain with this. By the way, we're going to do a little section I call Debunk Skincare. So we'll get to that, and we're going to do a Q&A. Keep your questions coming in, because we will be able to provide a meaningful answer for you. And also, certain viewers, if you ask a question that Richard can't answer but can help you with by having you talk to his esthetician and such, then you may very well be lucky enough to get a free consultation, which normally costs quite a lot of money.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, yes.
So again, freshly cleansed
before
skin.
and afters of the AM, yes.
Freshly cleansed skin, apply in the morning. Most, well, I wouldn't say most, a lot of clients we know, even front of house clients, when they use this product, when they get up in the morning, all they do is literally apply mascara. They walk out without makeup.
Yeah.
So this lady is late to 30s. On the left-hand side, lovely skin. On the right-hand side...
late 20s on the right-hand side.
Still lovely skin, but brighter, smoother. And if we can zoom in, I don't know if we can go back one.
Yeah,
can you do the zooming in? Kieran can do the zooming in. If you can zoom in on the forehead, can you do that? And what you'll see here is that this is just 30 minutes. On the left-hand side, you will see more open pores. On the right-hand side, it's much, much smoother.
I think we can see it.
This is just 30 minutes. How much brighter, how much smoother, how much more even skin tone, how much fresher does she look on the right than the left?
You can see the bobble, and I have some experience with this, because my son is biracial, and so my ex-wife is African American, and I know it is something that does occur with that type of skin quite frequently, the sort of bobbling. Razor burn for the guys as well. This is, I imagine, wonderful for razor burn. No?
Yes.
Or the PM, maybe I'm thinking of.
No.
AM as well?
The AM as well.
Yeah.
So
speaking of guys,
all of our products are man-friendly. So again, this guy is mid-30s on the left-hand side. A very handsome-looking gentleman. On the right-hand side, he's still a handsome-looking gentleman. It's just now he is brighter, smoother, looks refreshed, looks as if he's had a few days off work.
He needs all the help he can get, doesn't he, really?
Well, yes.
He's no Richard Mears.
On the right-hand side, you just look... On the left-hand side, I've had a hard week. On the right-hand side, I've had 4 days off in a spa retreat, something like that. Right.
These are really, I think of these as spa quality.
This lady's 57. I told you they're all 57. On the left-hand side, she's got great skin. On the right-hand side, she's still got great skin, but now it's brighter.
Yeah.
This is just 30 minutes. On the right-hand side, does she need any makeup? On the left-hand side, she's probably going to use illuminating powders, something like that, to brighten the skin.
Sure.
On the right-hand side, nothing required.
No.
And that's why a lot of people, when they have this product, they literally apply the product after cleansing in the morning, apply mascara, and walk out the door.
I imagine a lot of makeup artists as well use your products.
A lot of celebrity makeup artists, because it saves them a lot of time.
Yeah.
So rather than creating brightness, rather than creating the illusion of brightness, they have the brightness.
I did a show called NCIS in the US, and the makeup people had MIE. And I remember the packaging, and I remember asking, wow, what is that? And that's how I knew about it. So, yeah, I've witnessed it myself. That's only the biggest rated drama in the world, so if they're using it,
Yeah, you would have seen the results of our products. You would have seen them, because any red carpet in the world... For sure. I can't guarantee it, man. I'm fairly certain somebody would be using it, whether it's...
Well, what is it? Where do you fly people to if you get a celebrity... Or you have many celebrities?
Oh, well, we have a separate business where if you're a person of significant means, we'll take you to our laboratory in the south of France. And we will investigate your skin, and we literally photograph your collagen, photograph everything about your skin, and then we will develop a product specifically for you to trigger that one thing, two thing, or 10 things that your skin needs, and that will save you going under the knife, and that's why you'd come to me. So then we would make you a very bespoke skincare regimen, and then 3 or 4 months later we'd invite you back, and we'll do the same thing again and show you that it's worked.
But is it fair to say, and I believe it is, that in all these products, except for one, which is the exact formulation that one of the biggest superstars of the last 50 years on the planet was made specifically for them, but all the others, it's still the same science that all these people are paying, all these people of significant means are paying. It's just you're doing something that's more of a catch-all for everybody, really. You don't really use you don't use the rubbish ingredients for general public and the good stuff for the celebs, do you? You know,
No,
it's all the...
For the celebrities, it's very bespoke.
Yes, whereas this is more generic.
What we want to do is more generic, more general. So generally, the ones we do for the celebrities are very, very bespoke.
Yeah.
There's only one that's actually transferred in its entirety into the range.
Yeah. And you have to do that because people are buying this from us. But can I just say, we are a shopping show. See all that gubbins down the side of the screen? That's the item number at the top. If you call 03333241241 and tell them that you want to order 045001, they'll take your credit or debit card information and then your name, address, telephone number, and they'll send it to you. Now, if you shop online at shopontvlive.co.uk, by the way, we are a partnership with ITV. This is not some fly-by-night that bought some airtime and ITV are turning a blind eye. You know, we are watched meticulously by Ofcom, Advertising Standards Authority, ITV. We broadcast on their Ofcom licence. That's how the nature of our partnership. So you're buying from a very, very reputable and safe destination. So shopontvlive.co.uk. And just make sure when you put something in your basket, you actually hit checkout and pay for it. Because if you don't, you're not going to get any of the benefits. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And quarter of the stock's now gone on the AMP.
There's a reason that this is the most bought product on Shop on TV. Out of all of your lines, this is the most rebought. Brandon
Absolutely loved theirs. So Brandon says, thank you so much. Less than a week in sampling your day and night cream, I've noticed a slight visible improvement from my psoriasis and my skin feels much smoother and less dry. My mum is noticing an improvement on her skin too. We're continuing to sample MIE and keeping in touch with Anne-Marie, who has been brilliant. Who was Anne-Marie then?
Anne-Marie is our head esthetician.
Esthetician, right.
So what happens is if somebody rings in and we can't answer them on air, then either myself or Anne-Marie or one of our other estheticians, we will arrange for a little private consultation.
For free. So that's what, send your questions in, you never know. I reckon, I can't see a clock, so I don't know what time it is. 21 minutes past 1, I reckon, what do you think, Martha, producer Martha, in about 15 minutes, the Q&A, would you say roughly? 15, 20 minutes? Before 2 o'clock, definitely, because I know people are waiting. People are not always necessarily buying because they're waiting for a question to be answered, so I'm just keen to get that in. Right, OK, let's move on to drum roll, please. I can't do one. Air drumsticks. A quarter of the stock went in 2 minutes of the regeneration serum. Get it while you can. Check out, pay for it. By the way, all £4.95 P&P on these products. You only pay that once. It's capped postage and packing. So you pay £4.95 even if you order 50,000 of these. Right. Richard, over to you.
What, regeneration?
Yes, please.
Right, regeneration, what does it do?
Does it regenerate?
It does regenerate.
Sorry.
Enough.
Yeah.
So we recommend using this at
night. It's the Doctor Who product.
If you were doing it with the night cream, you would put this on top of the night cream, not underneath.
OK.
When you use it in combination with the night cream, you probably get 3 times better results.
Gosh.
We haven't tested that in combination yet. It's just a personal opinion, but I believe that to be true. So what happens is when we're young, everything in our system, everything in our body works really, really well. As we get older, things start to go wrong. So what happens with your skin? Your skin cells, when they're formed, start to just be different sizes, and we get duller skin, and we get, you have to exfoliate to get rid of those dead cells on the top and things like that. What this product does is that it forms your skin cells in a way that they used to form when you were like 20 years old.
Wow.
That's what it does. Using
real scientific
It's deep science.
Deep science.
Deep science, which I'm not going to get because I'll bore the pants off you. It's very, 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 very simple. Imagine like a brick wall.
Yeah.
A brick wall, you get bricks of perfect size. They're all the same. and in between them you put cement in, and that's brilliant. Imagine all those bricks being different sizes and all mishy-mashy. That's what happens as we get older. What this product does, it makes every brick the perfectly same size, and it puts all that cement in them, around them, and it builds your skin perfectly.
So it's like repointing almost.
It's repointing. And as it comes to the surface, which takes around 4 weeks, smoother, glass-like skin. And then on top of that, it also melts the enzyme which holds your dead cells in place. What do I mean by that? You may be exfoliating at the minute. When you use the product, you don't have to. You will not see the need for exfoliation. You exfoliate to get rid of the dead cells on top. We're going to do that for you with this product. So yes, that skin takes about 4 weeks to come to the surface. So it's made down here and takes 4 weeks to come to the surface. But we don't want you to wait 4 weeks for results. So what do? We give you some results much quicker. We're going to give you hydration. We're going to give you firmer skin. We're going to give you brighter skin. We're going to give you less wrinkles. That happens pretty damn quickly.
Yeah.
But your skin takes about 4 weeks to come to the surface. So why don't we show you some statistics? So we don't want to say...
Elasticity good to start with?
Yeah. We don't want to say your skin appears firmer. Why don't we tell you how much?
Yeah.
So 1 hour, 75%. 4 weeks, cumulative build, 127. 6 weeks, 138. Our lowest numbers on our 20-year-olds, our highest numbers on our 70-year-olds. Again, totally transparent. You tell me any brand in the world which tells you their lowest figures, because I don't know one.
No.
Let's do another one.
Let's do another one. Hydration.
Hydration. Yeah. So this is 12 hours after the first and initial application. On average, 130%. Again, our lowest 20-year-olds, our highest 70-year-olds. Luminosity. Let's go to luminosity. Brightness of skin.
Yeah, so luminosity, here it comes.
Here we go. So 4 weeks, 8%. We know that 8% is equal to best expected laser. Look at 6 weeks.
Good grief.
Is the average.
That's the average.
Look at the highest.
Oh my goodness.
Highest is unheard of.
Wow.
15%.
15%.
So this is giving you, and this, so when these,
Look
when
over
these
there.
results were done, when these results were measured, no product was used for 48 hours before the final check. So that is your actual skin.
Your actual skin.
Your actual, your skin. No addition of product.
As always, tested to the highest possible standard.
Yeah, so me personally, I'm starting to, well, I started using this just after I created it. So I started using this,
Martha just called you the Willy Wonka of skincare.
December, something like that, December.
Wow. Richard is 82 years old, by the way.
So use it at night. So why do we say use it at night? Your skin is primarily on repair at night. It's called regeneration serum. It's called regeneration for a, you know, for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can use it in the morning. It's not a problem, but it's 6, 7, 8 times more powerful if you use it at night.
I can't believe
what does it do?
I just can't believe it. It's
so we'll
amazing.
show you different things. So you have to look really, really well. Number one, you can see the brighter skin.
Yeah.
So what I must stress is in the after, no product has been used for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Because we can brighten your skin, as we've proven, just with product.
For sure.
This is just your skin. So under the eye, you can see the redness. You can see those blemishes under the eye. They're all gone. Smoother, brighter, glass-like skin. Let's do another one.
Yeah, let's.
Let's try and...
Here we go. Next slide, please.
Darker skin, so you can see the pores are reduced. You can see a brighter skin. This is about 4 weeks again. Let's do another one.
Yeah.
Again, we're getting in really close. I really like this one because what we can see here is what we call the micro skin relief. So if you look closely at the left-hand side, it's like ripples in a pond. They're not wrinkles, they're just ripples in a pond.
Sure.
In the after, look how much smoother it is. You can already see it's brighter. You can already see it's smoother. The blemishes are diminished. That is just the skin. There's no product being involved in here.
Right.
That is just the skin as it's come through.
Okay.
Glass-like skin. Takes about 4 weeks
That's
to come out.
the repaired skin, if you want to call it that. Or
Yeah.
the improved skin, yeah.
So here we have, just using the regen. If you look under the eyes, you can see the puffiness is reduced.
Sure.
But also
The
look above,
circles.
look around the nose, on the bridge of the nose. See that
Oh, yeah, yeah.
much more undulating skin relief?
Yeah.
Gone. Look at the pores either side of the nose, completely smoothed
See,
out.
the one on the left, I wouldn't know how to age that. I'd say probably mid to late 30s, if not early 40s. But
She is early 40s.
Is she
that
early
one.
40s? Well, but on the right, she looks like late 20s into early 30s, doesn't she?
Brighter skin is associated with more youthful skin. So brighter skin. And again,
Brighter skin.
no product has been used on the skin for 48 hours before the... So that is actual skin.
Unbelievable. And now look at this. Again, another very beautiful pair of eyes there in this case.
Younger 30s.
Yeah.
And again, this is just, I think this is only 4 weeks, yeah. So you can see a much brighter skin, much firmer skin, much smoother skin, much more even skin tone. Look at the blemishes are all significantly reduced. You know, look at that spot to the left-hand side of the nose there. Look, it's still there,
Yeah,
but much diminished.
Do you know, I'd say she almost looks like a sleeping Snow White. But given all that's going on at the moment, I'm not going to say that, or I'm certainly not going to open the can of worms that Rachel Zegler did. So anyway, moving on. We've got a wow. Participant in trial, that's their full name. So they say, shocked to realise what my skin was before. Pleased to see what it is now. Delighted with my new glow. Flabbergasted by the reduction of imperfections in my skin. Husband happy, as I'll be spending far less on makeup.
So with this product, we didn't go to panel. It's a bit like the vitamin C. I was so confident of it, we went straight to
production. Well, straight to clinical. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. Half of the stock left. That's you need to get it now. Oh, if you want it. If you don't want it, don't. Yeah, I want to do... Well, no, actually, because this is a new product, I'll wait till you finish saying everything you need to say about it. And then we're going to do debunking skincare. Because I guarantee you the chances are incredibly high that your skincare is doing next to nothing. And you're spending money every month on it. And the chances are that it may never have done very much at all. But you'll say, no, but the ad said this and the ad said that. Clever marketing, my friends, and we're going to be the Penn and Teller of skincare. We are going to reveal some of these secrets that Richard knows only too well. It's one of the reasons I'm sure he went out on his own and created this, because this is one of the few. There are some other very good skincare products out there, but they are in the minority. And you're probably not using them because they are flipping expensive. So let's have a look at shopontvlive.co.uk. You might want to have a little peruse of everything. When you go to the homepage, by the way, you'll see it says live, watch live. Click that and it'll take you through to here. Look at the savings. That's the other thing. Because Shop on TV deal directly with our suppliers, that's how we're able to do these savings. You tune in every night between midnight and 3 a.m. Check your local EPG or electronic program guide or listings or whatever, electronic listings, or check online or check our website, and you'll know what time we're on every night, because it will behoove you to tune in and have a little look, as one of our presenters, Haley, would say, have a little nosy to see what we've got and the price we've got it at, because we are 99.9% of the time market-beating prices, because we strive for that. The only time we're not is if someone cheekily drops their price just before we go to air. That does happen sometimes. So very affordable. 3-year minimum 3-year shelf life. The bottles are never opened because I think you can. No, you'll have to do it, Richard. They are sealed bottles. There's a pump. There's not an aerosol in there or anything like that. Nothing goes off because no air ever gets in. They're airtight containers. There's a little thing that every time you squeeze it, it just pushes up a little bit further and further. And again, they are unisex packaging. I love that. I'm addicted to the fragrance of some of these.
Yes, light floral. What I call snuggly.
It's sweet. It is.
It's white floral. It's basically gardenia, but It's not overpowering. It's quite subtle, because the last thing you want is an overpowering fragrance.
Yeah.
You want to have your own fragrance.
If someone's just
Where are we
tuned
going
in,
next?
I was going to say, Martha has just asked before we move on. If someone's just tuned in and they want to know a bit about the regeneration, what's your 8-second pitch? Your elevator pitch, as they say.
Do you want glass-like skin? Glass. Do you want it smoother?
Alabaster.
Do you want it brighter? Actual skin, not product change skin, your actual skin. Do you want the skin that you used to have 20 years ago? If the answer is yes, then use the product. In 4 weeks' time, you'll get it. So we create it down here, and it takes a little while for that to come to the surface. That's all it is. So if you want glass-like skin, that is for you. It's the top 3 technical products we've ever created. It's really deep science.
Because it actually changes your skin. And if you get the lash and brow, it changes your brows and your lashes. If the lips, I think we're moving on to the lips now. Get the regeneration ASAP, please, because it's going to sell out before much longer. So lips, tell me about lips.
Lip. So,
Lip.
20% plumper lips, 2 minutes, no sting, no aggravation. Very, very simple here.
Right.
20% plumper, no sting, no aggravation. But it's not just that. It gives you a much stronger lip line definition. So it increases your lip line definition. We'll show you some before and afters in a second. We'll show you what that means. So on the left-hand side, it's quite good lip line definition. What do I mean by that? Where does the skin end and the lip begin? But she's probably using a lip liner pencil to draw her lips in. On the right-hand side, no lip liner required. You can see exactly where those lips are. You can see the top lip has got bigger, plumper. You can see the lines are reduced, already diminished from the left to the right. You can see a massive increase in colour. And that's within 2 minutes. Its full result is 1 hour away. That's just 2 minutes, no sting, no aggravation.
Now, you mentioned this, but Lindsay, one of our emailers, Lindsay, has asked, does it sting the lips? And we know it doesn't. But why do others sting the lips?
They sting your lips on purpose. So imagine if you get, well, you don't have to imagine, you've probably been stung by a bee in your life. When you're stung by a bee or you get a bite of an insect, you get a lump.
Yeah.
Well, what's the lump? Well, that's your body reacting to the poison or whatever it is that's gone in, the venom, if you will. And let's call it corrector fluid. When you apply a product to your lips which stings, your body reacts to say, I don't want to be stung.
Yeah.
So it pumps, let's call it corrector fluid in, dump. So the more it stings, the better plumper you get, which is great, right? If you like the sting and everything else. The downside is that it stretches your lip structure in an abnormal fashion. When you become more dehydrated in the future, we all become dehydrated, you will end up with deeper lines. What we do primarily is we're going to pump oxygen in. So we have a liquid which holds oxygen. We bubble medicinal grade oxygen through it and it holds the oxygen. So when you apply the product to your lips, oxygen penetrates your lips. Oxygen is the blood, what nectar is to bees. Blood comes forward. It's a totally natural experience. So what we do is totally natural.
So, sorry, finish your sentence and then I'm just fascinated.
So what we do, it comes in an airless container. When you get it home, the first time, well, every time you want to use the product, you have to twist the bottom. The first time you start twisting the bottom, it might take 10 or 12 twists.
Okay.
It's not empty. You can see the product in here.
Yeah.
It just takes a little while to work its way up onto the brush. As soon as it's on the brush, you then look in the mirror, apply it to your lips. That's it. Now, what we recommend with all our products actually is you get your phone, take a picture. So get your phone, take a picture of your lips. Apply the product, wait 2 minutes, take a picture, flick back and forth. Do you see an increase in colour? The answer will be yes. Do you see your lip line definition? The answer will be yes. So I've done about 7,500 challenges, and I'll tell you about that in a second. So again, this is just 2 minutes. On the before, she will be using a lip liner. She'll be using lipstick. This is honestly 2 minutes later.
Why is it glossy though?
Because we are using oxygen here, a high level of oxygen. What we want to do is we have to have a blanket to keep that oxygen close to your skin.
Got it.
So that's one of only 2 or 3 products we do which leave a residue. Most of our products totally absorb all you will feel is soft, smooth
So
skin.
this is deliberately leaving a residue. Yeah.
Deliberately leaving a residue.
But you don't have to keep it on. Once it's worked, you can wipe it off if you want. But a lot of people just wear it as their lip gloss, don't they?
Yeah, so after 2 minutes, it's done what it's going to do. Its full result is an hour away, so it's going to continue to work. But everything that needs to do with your skin is done. So you either leave it on like a lip gloss. It's not one of those annoying lip glosses.
Martha said it's not tacky. It's
not
really...
It's not one of those, so that's good. If you are going to wear lipstick, what you do is take a soft cloth and just remove the residue, then apply your lipstick. And when you apply your lipstick, you're going to find that it glides on good. You're not going to get the little bleeds in those little lines above your lip because they will all have gone. 3, it's not going to crack because the lines in your lips have already started to diminish. So if you're going to wear a lipstick, soft cloth, take the residue off, then apply your lipstick.
Yeah.
Most women stop wearing lipstick on a daily basis because the product itself, and when we do this live on set, we have to take a cloth and actually rub the lip to prove the models are not wearing lipstick because they look like they are wearing lipstick. So most women stop wearing lipstick on a daily basis. So save time, save money. Fantastic. And don't forget, with this particular product, 23-24% of purchasers are men. Men kissable lips too.
Well, I want to ask this. We're going to put some stats in, but this is going to be a very facetious question, and please forgive me, and I hope I'm not offending anyone by saying it. These days, it seems popular to remove some of the fat from your buttocks and inject it into your lips. And I've seen some people with the results, and I can only say they look like Mick Jagger kissing a baboon's behind. They're just mad. I mean, it's. I don't understand how people think that that's nice, but that's each to their own. Now, I'm not suggesting this is going to give those results, but for those that don't want to inject fat into their lips, is this a good alternative?
If you want 20% plumper lips, then
right.
Now, the good thing is, if you have very, very thin lips, very, very thin
yes,
lips, 20% of not a lot is not a lot. However, if you have very, very thin lips, use it once a day for 4 to 7 days. On average, you will get 30 to 35% bigger. So on average, it's 20%. If you have very, very luscious lips, like we showed you the Afro-Caribbean lips earlier, they tend not to get bigger, they just tend to get plumper.
So a lot of these, well, pretty much all of these in many regards are better than, or they're a great sort of alternative to painful treatments and surgeries and things like that, aren't they?
It's each to their own,
Each
right?
to their own, yeah. No, of course. I was being silly. I just wanted to say Mick Jagger kissing a baboon's behind.
Yeah, you
so
imagine
I meant no offence.
Going to a beautician and saying, look, I've got, I don't know what price you're selling them for. So it's 2.
2 for 30.
2.
Yeah, in fact, we're going to get onto the eye lift in a minute because we're
oh, there's a lip and an eye.
It's a lip and an eye.
So it's a lip and an eye.
Yeah.
So imagine, let's
you can use it on both lips and both eyes.
Let's just say they're £17 each for a
£17
minute, right? For want of something else. You imagine going into a beautician and saying, look, I've got £17. I would like 20% plumper lips, but I don't just want plumper lips. I want brighter lips. I want my lines diminished, and I want my lip line to be there, and I want my cupid's bow to come up. And I want that to stay exactly like that for 3 or 4 months, and I've got 17 quid. And imagine what the reaction would be, because I think it would generally come with some form of hilarity. I don't know what lip injections cost, but they must cost a lot more. Yeah, and again, than 17.
We're not comparing injections with, unless the injections only give you a 20% plumper lips, in which case I suppose you could. But anyway, what about the eyes? Now, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
So the eyes, what are we going to do? So
the eyes have
we originally developed this for a world-renowned global superstar. And this one here is the triple, and we're probably doing the eye lift.
We're doing the eye lift.
So it's over there in the blue. No, that's the lash.
That's
no, over
the lash,
there.
sorry. Oh, hello.
Over there, over there.
Over there, where it says eye. Sorry.
It's funny that.
I didn't know I had those over there. Sorry.
And
I had no idea.
So, this is the product they actually did for a world-renowned global superstar.
The exact formulation.
She was going on a junket to promote her latest album, and on and off aircraft, in and out of hotels, and never knowing when she was going to get PAP. She wanted something that would get a photo ready within 15 minutes. This is it. What does it do? It takes down puffiness, takes down darkness, takes down crow's feet, and it does that quite quickly. So
what's that one?
It's a serum product. It's very, very lightweight.
Yeah.
So you put it on your ring finger, just a small amount, half a pump, and then gently start, not in your tear duct, from the tear duct, go round out to the crow's feet, then above the eye as well, then gently smooth it in.
Yep.
So we'll give you some stats, but let's show you what the thing looks like, and then we'll give you some statistics as well. So I can tell you they paid a lot more for this. So this lady, 15 minutes, she's 57, I've already told you that. Redness, darkness, some puff, 15 minutes later, pretty much gone. If you look at the eyelid, on the before, her eyelid is touching her lash line, on the after it's raised.
Yep.
15 minutes. That's that. Let's do another one. This is a younger lady. Looks as if she's been either crying all night or up late.
Or up late, yes.
15 minutes later, completely gone. And again, her eyelid there. And again, this lady, late 30s, darker, puffier, reduced. Look at the eyelid. In the before, it doesn't look like she had a hooded eyelid. In the after, oh my goodness, did she have a hooded eyelid?
Yeah, for sure.
And then, so I'm just going to generalise a little bit. Well, I'll generalise in a minute. So what we're showing you here, elasticity increase, firmness of skin. This is going to help reduce wrinkles and crow's feet, etc. So again, we're showing you a cumulative build. So we're showing you in just 1 hour, 82%, up to 6 weeks, 143. Again, we're totally transparent. We show you our lowest, our highest. Our lowest is on our 20-year-olds, our highest on our 70-year-olds. We always refer to the average. What about luminosity? We probably got that in here. And we got, hydration.
We've also got hydration.
So hydration, this is, it's not edema, so it's not puffiness. This is hydration within your skin. 12 hours later, 12 hours after the first initial application, on average 140. Again, our 20-year-olds are the lowest, our 70-year-olds are the highest.
Yeah, I think that's the only one we've got, actually. So the stats speak for themselves. 100% success rate.
I'm going to generalise. So if you are under 30, no children, you can stay out till 4 o'clock in the morning, put this on, 15 minutes, you can look as if you had 12 hours sleep. The moment you have children, you're using it more often. If you have constant puffiness and dark, like all the time, use it night and morning for 14 days. Over that 14-day period, you will have a 24-hour period where your dark will go jump. The next 24-hour period, your puff will go jump. If you have constant issues of puffiness and dark, it's not going to happen on day one. You will see a difference within 15 minutes. You will see a difference in the morning. It's not going to be the difference you want. The quickest I've ever done it is day 1, 2, 3, dark, puff, 5 days. The longest it's ever taken is 14. That's if you've got constant issues of puffiness and dark.
Yeah. And if you've got really, really bad dark circles like I have, there's a triple version, triple eye serum, isn't there?
Yeah, so the triple complex, that's 10 times more powerful and 5 times quicker.
Yeah.
On average.
So if you've really got deep, sunken, sort of eyes like I do, that's the one I use. But, OK, we are going to go back to the... Oh, no, sorry, we're going to go forward to, although we did briefly mention it earlier, so technically back as well. This is the neck and chest. This always sells out, usually before we even get to it. The same's happening tonight. If you're starting to formulate an idea and a notion of what you're going to buy, can I recommend you check out, not because we just want to grab your cash and skedaddle, but because, look, Mother's Day is coming up. I know you won't get it in time for Sunday, but it's worth saying it's in the post and give it to her a couple of days later. My mum, she would not change her skincare. She was like, no, I like what I'm using. I'm like, but Mum, it ain't working. My mum's name is Anne, with an E. And so, I had to force this stuff on her. But then, if you have a partner who's like that, buy it for them and just say, look, for crying out loud, use it. Don't waste my money. Give it a try. I guarantee within a day or two, the chances are almost 100% that they're going to come and say, I'm so glad that you made me use that, because it's transformative. It's real, scientifically based, scientifically proven skincare that does something, changes your skin, it improves your skin. And it does it for real. And the worst case scenario, the worst results on every one of these is still a massive improvement on what people were getting before. You can only win. You can only win with this, and it's worth every penny. 3 months supply of this for minimum for 24 quid. I can't do maths very well, but it's not a lot a month. And a quarter of the stock went in the first couple of minutes, 45 seconds actually, because of this.
So this was live on set. This is Helen Disney. She is in her 70s.
Yeah.
And on the left-hand side is the before, on the right-hand side is the after.
Yeah.
This was achieved in the studio live.
Now, this is not some, like vampires, if they don't drink blood, they start to age again. I mean, you keep using the cream, you keep getting the results right. Because there is this myth, and I was conned into it myself, that your skin becomes used to it, has a memory, and eventually the skincare stops working. But that's not the case with this, is it?
Well...
Or is it?
It's not really the case with any of it.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
With any product.
Yeah.
The only time it is the case is when you triggle with... You triggle? I don't know. Can you triggle? If you trigger the mitochondria, the mitochondria has a memory.
Right.
So there's one element within your skin which does have a little bit of a memory.
Yeah.
It's a myth because most products promise you nothing, and it's very simple.
And they give you
just
those
read
results.
The box.
Yeah, yeah.
If the box says anything like wrinkles appear reduced, skin appears firmer, 80% of women who use the products felt that, it's what's called a subjective survey, felt that it was smoother, felt that it was brighter. You know, none of those are clinical facts.
No.
So, unless it says wrinkles are reduced, wrinkles will be reduced, you know, hydration is increased by.
Yeah, which
and
all
then
your products.
clinically proven. What does clinically proven mean?
Right.
I know one particular product. I was involved in it.
Oh, yes.
I know one particular product which says clinically proven, and it is clinically proven. I know it's clinically proven. It's clinically proven not to work, so it can't lie. Is it clinically proven? Yes.
It's a lie by omission.
But it doesn't tell you what it's clinically proven to do.
Yeah.
So any product that says clinically proven but doesn't tell you what's clinically proven to do, what's the point?
Same with award-winning. Be careful of... This is our debunking skincare. Go on.
There's an advert on at the minute that says award-winning customer service. True. Do you know what its award is for? The worst customer service in the UK. But is it award-winning? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So it goes into advertising and says award-winning customer service. You think it must be a good award.
Good. Clever marketing.
There's, you know, whatever.
We're going to tell you more of these when we go back to the AM.
Neck.
We'll tell you more of these. Yeah.
So I originally developed this for my mother-in-law. Her name's Suzanne. This is Suzanne. If you're over 40, back in the day, we didn't used to use sun cream. I'm not even sure if sun cream was invented back in the day.
Right, right.
And ladies, you specifically wanted more sun damage to your neck, so you used a mirroring effect to say, go on, damage my neck. Ladies, during menopause, you lose 20 to 30% of your collagen. That means your skin becomes looser, so your neck begins to go. If you're over 40, you've got sun damage, and you probably are going through or have gone through the menopause. And then what you do is you use scarves and polo necks to cover up your neck to hide it. My mother-in-law was no different to that. Her name's Suzanne. From the chest up, she looked older than her mother. From the chest down, she was and still remains pretty hot, to be honest. On the left-hand side, let's call it for what it is, turkey neck. You've got vertical lines, horizontal lines. And then the deeper the wrinkle, the darker the shadow. Light doesn't get to the bottom of the wrinkle, so then you have a shadow. So that's how you know how deep your wrinkles are. Suzanne clearly likes the sun. On the right-hand side, see those white lines?
Yeah.
All those white lines are wrinkles that we've pulled completely
They're the bottom of the
out.
wrinkles that never saw the light.
They are. They never saw the light.
Never saw the light.
Never saw the light. Never saw the sun. And that's why I love this photo. Now, that is a 2-week photo. But I can tell you that took 20 to 25 years off her.
Yeah.
So that neck on the left, hidden, on the right, shown. And all those white lines are the wrinkles that we've completely pulled out. And it goes across the chest as well. So we brighten, we smooth, and we pull those wrinkles out. And I have made, well, I say I have had models cry on set.
I believe
because
it.
Models are looking at the TV. We have little screens underneath the cameras which show you what's the output.
Yeah.
And the models are there trying to hold themselves still, but still they can see the monitors underneath.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've had them cry because they're seeing what's happened to their neck. Yeah. And it's the most emotional response we get from clients. You have changed my life. I can now wear that diamond necklace that my husband bought me for my diamond wedding anniversary. And it's shown you what happened live on set with Helen Disney.
It's a dead giveaway, isn't it? You know, even if you've had a load of work done, the neck and the hands are the big giveaways.
Neck always gives you away. How do you apply? You apply it to your fingers, go upward motion on the neck, go right. This is important. Go right round the back of the neck, up into the nape of the neck. Now, a lot of brands just take their their face cream and say, change the fragrance, call it a neck. This is different skin. It's more like the skin around your eye, less sebaceous glands, it's thinner. So it has to be a specific product. So upward motion right round the back of the neck. As we go around the back of the neck, there's a lot of skin back there. And that, as we firm that, we firm, not tighten. As we firm that, helps the front. Also gives you like a little mini facelift at the same time. Then go across your décolleté area and we will brighten, we will firm, we will take down wrinkles, we will target and diminish brown blemishes and this sort of thing. And we showed you that with Suzanne, my mother-in-law there.
Carol has a question.
Goody, a question.
A question. She's lost a lot of weight and has a bit of a saggy neck.
Yes.
Would this help?
100%. So what will happen is that as we firm, that will draw up the skin, if you will.
You saw Helen's. I don't know if you want to see that again. I mean, that's...
Yeah, let's bring Helen.
Yeah, sorry, carry on, Richard.
I mean, it's not lost weight.
If Paul's got it to... Oh, he has. Well done, Paul. He's so good.
Firming the skin. As we firm the skin, it lifts it up, for want of a better description.
I'm sorry, but that is a lot of saggy skin.
Yes. And that was live on set. It's about 30, 35
And it's almost like it's been removed on the right-hand side.
Yes. But that was live on set in this studio.
Yeah, I know.
On your cameras.
On our cameras. It's just phenomenal. It really is. So I hope that answers your question. Olivia has a question. Would this be suitable for her 72-year-old mother?
100%. What's funny about it's not funny, it's a good thing, right? Is that the more aged your skin is, the worse condition your skin is, the better it works, the more dramatic the change will be. Yeah. So we've shown that we give results on 20-year-olds. We're very transparent. We show you our lowest figures. We show you our highest figures. Our highest figures are on our 70-year-olds. With this particular range, we only go up to 70s. On my other range, we go to 80s. Yeah. So this particular range, we only go to 70s. So
are we allowed to say what that is? I don't see why not, right?
Oh, that's Cult 51. So
that's your spa range.
That's our doctor esthetician range, which is stronger. But we actually go up to 80s on that particular range. Wow. So we only go to 70s on this range. But if you are 70, we have proven it works on you. If you're 20, we've proven it. If you're Caucasian, we've proven it. If you are Afro-Caribbean, we've proven it. If you're Hispanic, we've proven it. If you're a man, we've proven it works on you. If you're a female, we've proven it works on you.
Did you actually test it on all those people?
Exactly.
You know, it's not batch tested. Now, I just want to say, sorry, actually, Martha's got something to say. Go ahead, Martha. She was going to say, the whole crew, everyone here tonight, I know it's not a lot, it's only about 4 people, well, 6 including us, everybody uses this. Every single, even David's been nicking mine. You think I don't know.
It's the same, you know, whether we're in Australia, the whole crew uses it.
Yeah. Now,
Canada, the whole crew use it. Most of the presenters use it.
I've been lucky enough, or unlucky enough, I suppose, whichever way you care to look at it, to work in transactional television on and off since 1994, however many years ago that was. 31, something like that. And the first place I worked launched some of the biggest beauty brands on the planet. I've used all of them. In my 20s, when I was working there, I was paid far too much money, and I walked into a particular shop. They used to come in green bottles, and I bought salon sizes, and I think I paid £150 per bottle for a cleanser, toner, and moisturiser.
Oh no.
I've used, now the last place I worked, there was a very good range of beauty that did better than anything else I'd used prior, even the really expensive brands. But as Sinead would say, nothing compares to you. This is leagues, it is orders of magnitude better than anything else I've ever used. Now, I'll tell you this, I once spent £50 on a hand cream and £30 on a cuticle cream. They didn't do very much. I now have, for under £25, a hand serum, for under £20, that is the best gosh darn hand serum or hand product I've ever used. And I can use it on my cuticles before I do watch or jewellery shows. Bum, bum, diddle-dum, rub it into the cuticles, off I go. Thank you very
and
much.
that hand cream there, we call it a hand treatment.
Yes.
So
yes.
the hand treatment, 24 hours. You apply it once a day.
Oh, it's here. Ha ha. Yeah.
Once
if I'm going
a
to
day.
use some, do you mind?
It doesn't matter how many times you wash your hands.
No.
It will keep you hydrated for 24 hours.
Should I do one hand just to show a difference?
You can do one hand to show a
So
difference.
I'll do this. I should have shown. Sorry, I should have shown the before and after. Now, admittedly, I did put a little bit of the serum on that one, so it's already ahead of the game.
So I originally developed it for aircrew.
Oh yeah.
Because they're in a forced air environment, they're closer to the sun. I know it sounds odd, but when you're up at that altitude.
Sorry.
So when you're up at that altitude, you get a lot of sun damage.
Yeah.
Also, they're serving food, so they're using a lot of chemicals on their hands.
Leave her up.
So they wanted a hand cream that would last them all day.
Yeah.
And also highly hydration, and also de-age their hands because their hands, because they're up there and they're using the harsh chemicals, aged them. Yeah. So whenever you look at anyone and judging anyone's age, I always go eyes, forehead, neck. Yeah, if I have to check, then I go to hands just as a check. Yeah. Hands and neck always give you away. Always give you away.
For sure.
So with this particular product, you apply it once a day. It totally absorbs. So a lot of hairdressers
it's not sticky.
use this.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want when you're using those sharp scissors is fingers where that scissors is going to slip. Yeah. So lasts you 24 hours a day. So once a day, even 24 hours later, on average, you're still 24% more hydrated than what you were 24 hours before. Will your hands be brighter? Yes. Will your wrinkles be reduced? Yes. Will your skin be plumper? Yes. Will your skin be firmer? Yes. It's a treatment. It is the second highest award-winning product that we have, which is crazy.
But not award-winning for not working, award-winning for working. Right?
Award-winning for working,
yes.
So this is a gentleman's hand, and this is just 10 minutes. So on the left-hand side, you can see a hand that, let's call it a working hand, shall we?
Yeah, well, my hands, the redness has gone away completely.
Look at the right-hand side. It's a younger-looking hand, a brighter-looking hand, a more energised, a more nourished-looking hand. That's just 10 minutes. Yeah. Now, if you are working in the garden and you do a lot of manual labour, you know, your knuckles become a lot more pronounced. I call them a bit like the Pyrenees. They're going up and down, up and down. Yeah. When you have that, just bend your knuckles over, just give them a little bit of extra love, a little tiny dot in there, and then give it a little rub, and then you'll find that they go more like the breakfast. I use it because I'm
in front of the computer all day long, always typing, you know, when I'm not here, and I get a little bit of hard skin, and I use this to get rid of that, and I had it really bad at one point, and it got infected, and then, you know, and all that, but between the PM and the hand serum, I managed to dismiss it. Again, that's my experience. Individual results may vary. I knew a lady called Hands once. It's quite unusual. She was Church of England. Just gave birth to a boy, actually. Yeah. It's Hans, Christian, and her son.
I was wondering where you were going with it.
That's what my brain does when I'm saying. You think? Sorry. Just bringing a little levity to the proceedings. Honestly, if I could beam what I know into your brains, you'd buy everything. You just would. And again, it's not because I don't get any commission. I wish I did, crikey. I don't, never do. I'm just paid a flat rate to present information to you. That's it. And we buy these. We don't get them free. We pay out of our own money for them, and that says a lot. And we have a choice of a lot of things. I mean, I could literally get anything on the planet. But we're going to go back to... oh, sorry, no, we're going to the Deep Line Elixir actually next. Sorry, I thought we were going back to the AM PM. I want to do this debunking. When we go to the Deep Line Elixir, yeah, I suppose you better explain it, and then we'll do the debunking in a minute.
Deep Line Elixir. So it's very, very simple. Do you have a wrinkle? If the answer is yes, you're interested. Would you like that wrinkle to be reduced? If the answer is yes, you're really interested now. Would you like it reduced by a lot and very quickly? Then this is the product for you.
Yeah.
So this is a lady 57. You can see the lines on the forehead. 10 minutes later, they're virtually gone. That's just 10 minutes. We'll do another one. So Asian skin ages very well.
Yeah.
Deeper lines this time. You know they're deeper because they're darker. Light doesn't get to the bottom.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, gone.
Amazing. I mean, really amazing.
So how do you use it?
Ah, yes.
So it's a targeted brush. Again, it works the same as the lip. So you twist the bottom, you put product onto the top. So the first time you get it home, might take 10 or 12 twists. It's not because it's empty. You can see product in here. It just takes a little while to go up the, let's call it up the spout.
Up the spout, yes.
Then what you do, once product is on the brush, you look in the mirror and you target any line on your face. You go along the line with the brush. It's targeted. It's quite a mobile liquid. What do I mean by mobile liquid? Let's get some out.
Yeah.
Mobile means it's quite runny,
yeah,
for want of a better description.
Sure.
We need to get right into the base. That's why it doesn't mean it's weak. It's very strong liquid. So you draw it along the line. You take your finger, firm, not hard, firm. Just go 2 or 3 with, 2 or 3 against. That's it.
Right.
10 minutes later, on average, wrinkle reduced 79%. On average, wrinkle reduced 79%.
Wow.
I call it an instant confidence booster. Now, if you look at, if you apply it to what we call folds, these here, you know, these aren't wrinkles, these are folds. We will soften them. You can't get rid of those.
Are those your nasal labials?
Yes.
That's what Martha just told me.
So we'll soften them.
Yeah.
What does soften mean? Instead of going down like that, they will be more curved. So we'll soften those. Wrinkles reduce 79% in 10 minutes. Why don't we show you the results and show you what our lowest results were?
Let's.
How long does it last? We'll tell you.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes, average 79%. 1 hour, 83%. 8 hours later, the average 58%. The lowest numbers are going to be on our younger audience. Our highest numbers... Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that's right. The lowest ones will be on the highest on our oldest. So the highest is up to 100. But we always refer to the average. So one application. People tend to use this rather than use it every day. There is a cumulative build. Rather than use it every day, people tend to use it. I've got an interview, I've got a meeting, I've got a dinner party, I've got a date night, school reunion. We all want to go to the school reunion and go.
So they all look at you and go, blimey.
I know you used to be all right, but look
at you now.
So that's when people mostly use it. There you go.
It is.
Do you want your wrinkle reduced, and do you want it reduced dramatically, and do you want to reduce it dramatically in a very quick period of time? Then that's for you.
And I love the fact that it's a cumulative effect, because there are products out there, I think we sell one of them, that give you, they get rid of wrinkles, or, you know, very, very quickly, but it's an aesthetic effect. It's a cosmetic.
Yeah, we're not filling in. We're physically reducing your wrinkle. So you can reduce the appearance of wrinkles by filling them in. So if you have a crack in the wall, you get like polyfiller. Other brands are available. But, you know, you fill the thing in. The crack is still there, but you filled it in. You can do that with cosmetics. They fill it in. You can also get what's called light deflectors, and what they do is they bounce light, and your wrinkles appear reduced. What we do is physically shrink your wrinkles.
Shrink the rink.
79% in 10 minutes is the average.
Also, I want to talk about prices here. If you go to the MIE website, you'll pay the usual prices. If you go anywhere else that I'm aware of, you will pay potentially more. Shop on TV, we deal directly with Richard, it's MIE is his company, and he would not be sitting here himself if he was flogging stuff that you could get cheaper anywhere else. That would just be pointless, a waste of everybody's time. So do stock up. But again, may I ask that you check out? We're running out of stock on several of these lines. We always do. There's only so much that can be produced. It's availability of ingredients. And MIE never ever sacrifice quality. It's consistent quality, top level ingredients each and every time. And we're going to go back to the AM PM, and I suppose we should reintroduce it. I want to do this debunking because I know what people say. I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, yeah, but my cream, it's got vitamin C in it, and it's very high quality vitamin C. And I said, they didn't necessarily talk in that accent. I said, well, how much of that vitamin C is in there? Oh, I don't know. So there's a top skin, is it a cream or a lotion or a potion or something? What was it, 400 quid, 500 quid, something like that? Do you know the story I'm asking you, right? Maybe you could regale us with that. He's looking blankly at me, like I'm a madman, which I am, admittedly.
Well, I've got lots of stories.
Well, that's what we want to hear.
So, there's a very high-priced product that is in a very prestigious store that costs £300 and £400, and it's no better actually than something you would get at a supermarket, costing £3 or £4. But it's got a fancy name.
And a fancy bottle, probably.
It's not that fancy a bottle, actually. It's got a fancy name. The highest priced for sale product I've ever done, not my own brand, but for somebody else, is about £800. And it was okay. Price doesn't say, a low price doesn't mean to say it's
rubbish.
Not good.
Yeah.
A high price doesn't mean to say it is good. What you've got to do, and it's not as simple as looking at the ingredients either, because I can show you two products with exactly the same ingredients in exactly the same order, and one of them is 50 times better than the other one.
How's that?
Because one has more water in it than the other one.
Oh, dilution, yeah.
So it's dilution. So it's not as simple as that. Read the box, but read the box like a lawyer.
Yeah.
There are brands that lie on box, don't get me wrong, but they are few and far between.
Yeah.
If they talk immediately about their ingredients and things like that, and if you're watching TV and somebody's selling you a skincare product and they say, yeah, but it feels lovely and look at that, and it contains vitamin C and it contains this and it contains that and it contains the other. Yeah, but what does it do? And that's what you should scream at the TV. What does it do?
What does it do, yeah.
When you pick up a product, say, what does it do? And if it doesn't say, I do it, it means it doesn't do it. If it doesn't say, I do it, it means it doesn't do it.
Yeah.
What we tell you is, we do it. We will reduce wrinkles, we increase hydration, we increase brightness. We tell you how much and how long. If you go to our website, you can see a lot more statistics than what we're showing you here. So whenever products do not tell you I do it, it means they don't do it.
You haven't mentioned one ingredient that I'm aware of all night. So let's go back to the AM PM. Could you reintroduce them for me? We'll do some more debunking in a minute because the stories are thick, will come thick and fast. I just want you to realise, and I've been a professional marketing and sales person, consultant, for 30 years, and more than 30 because I started when I was young, when I was 18, I think. And I've studied with the best. I've studied behavioural psychology, neurolinguistic programming. I am a certified master trainer of neurolinguistic programming and Ericksonian hypnosis. I work with Tony Robbins. I work with Dr. Richard Bandler, who created neurolinguistic programming. I know what every word that comes out of my mouth could do if I so chose it to influence you in a particular way. But that's not how I play. That's not how I roll. But I know, and I'm telling you for a fact, there are two types of business on this planet that use those types of techniques to sell you something, regardless of how good the actual thing is that they're selling is, and oftentimes it's not, because usually when it's not, that's the more you have to pump up the marketing, right? And that's the skincare / beauty industry and the pharmaceutical industry. Now, we're not allowed to advertise pharmaceuticals on TV here, but in America, don't know if I mentioned this, I used to live there, they do. And every other commercial is for some sort of a drug. And it's insidious, the language. I put the mute button on because even if you're just hearing it in the background, and marketing has a massive effect on us all day long. We're constantly bombarded. So if you believe that, you are believing in hopes and wishes and dreams a lot of the time. I suppose I'm the spokesperson here. I'm no celebrity endorsement. I'm not getting paid millions and millions I don't think I am I? Of pounds.
But not by me.
No, right. Certainly not by my boss. So, and look, this is the advert. This is this isn't on a billboard. It's not, you're not paying 100 grand for a 30-second commercial in the middle of Coronation Street or whatever it costs. You're here. You're on ITV1 and STV. But this is the shop window, if you like.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why the prices are where they are.
Yeah.
Because it's not free advertising.
Yeah.
Because we are reducing prices. We sell this all day, every day on our own website at full price. Yeah.
But you could have the glossy mags, you could have the billboards, you could have some famous reality star endorsing it. You could charge £100 a tube and give it a fancy name, and everyone and then willingly pay it, whether it does anything. But the fact is, these actually do something. They're the only one of two skincare ranges I know that actually do work.
We've been in most publications in the UK, whether they're national newspapers or whether it's the glossy magazines. We've been in virtually all of them. We've won countless global awards around the world.
Yeah, and that's editorial though, right? Yeah.
And what we have here, products that actually work. So we're not giving you hope in a bottle. I've been in the industry over 30 years, and I can tell you that most products actually promise you very little. So when you see a product
on that,
So when you see a product that says unique ingredient, is it a unique ingredient? The answer is yes and no. So Rob comes to me and says, I want a skincare range. And I said, great, Rob. Hope in a bottle or normal? And we want hope in a bottle. Okay, fine. But I want a unique ingredient. And I'll say, well, there are none. Yeah, but I want one. And so, okay, we'll do you one. So I'll give you a stupid example. We will take hot water at a temperature that only myself and Rob knows, and we'll pour a quantity into a cup that only myself and Rob knows, and then we'll take a certain amount of coffee from a certain source that only me and Rob know, and we'll stir it for a length of time that only me and Rob know, and then we'll add some sugar in the quantity that only me and Rob know, from a source that only me and Rob know, and we'll stir it a certain number of times that only me and Rob know, and then we'll take some milk and do the same thing. And then what we'll do is we'll go and add a bit of that to every single product. But what we'll do is we'll say, right, Rob, what's your initials, RL? What year were you born? 2021 or something. And we'll say RL 83 or something like
Rubinium
that.
71.
Rubinium 71. And I think every single product contains what does Rubinium 71 do? Well, it's got water. We can say that's moisturization. It's got coffee, caffeine, blood flow, caffeine, increase energy of the skin.
Yes.
It's got sugar. Sugar is energy, so we increase energy. It's got milk, protein. It's got proteins. So we've got all sorts of claims for Rubinium 71. But it's not a unique ingredient.
No.
It's a unique ingredient that
that
me and
only
Rob
we know.
invented.
Yeah.
So when somebody says, I've got something unique, very, 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 very occasionally it's true, but usually it's false. Think about this, right? The big pharmaceutical companies, the big chemical companies who develop ingredients, do you think they only want to sell it to one person in the whole wide world?
Right.
So you invent something that's brilliant, but you say, I'm only going to sell it to one person. No, I want to sell it to lots of people. So I don't want to make it unique to you. I want to make it unique to everyone. I want everyone to use it because I want to sell the most of it.
Sure.
So don't believe the hype.
No.
What is it you do?
Well, let's tell them what the PM and the AM do, and then we'll get on to something else in a minute, which is another great story. But we're gonna start with the PM, because it's just, as you said, there's nothing that you can observe or measure about your skin that this cannot improve, or does not improve. Yeah.
So this does everything, and it's a weird thing, and you don't believe me, and I understand why you don't believe me. Nobody believes when I say that this does what it actually does.
Yeah.
But that's why we have a saying, seeing is believing. So if I had you here right now, I could prove it to you on your skin within a minute, within 2 minutes. So there is nothing you can comment or measure about your skin that does not improve. Use it at night. Freshly cleansed skin. One pump only.
Comment, not observe, yeah.
On the back of your hand. Some a petit pois.
Petit
A small pea. It's a very, very active product. What do I mean by that? There's less water in it. So what I don't want you to do is put it on your fingers and then rub it all over your face.
Which is what I did, yeah.
You're overusing it. If you overuse it, it's not a problem. You're just wasting your money.
Yeah.
So you put it on the back of the hand. Then you apply it like you would a colour. You take your finger, you dot your finger in, and then dot it around your face. So it's warming on your hand, it's warming on your finger, warming on your face, and then smooth it in. Don't rub it in harshly, just smooth it all over your face.
Yeah.
And that petit pois is enough to do your face.
I never thought that was going to work. I promised myself after the last show I'd try it. And it
does work, doesn't it?
It does. It's like, oh my God, it goes so far. Whereas before I was literally putting it straight on my finger and just rubbing it, and I was using loads of the stuff.
You know, and what's...
Yeah.
So you get instant brightness, instant plumpness, instant energization, and you can see the difference in colour there straight away.
Yeah.
Now,
should we have a look at
that's
Laura?
already gone in.
Oh, sorry, science first. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
So it absorbs within 2 minutes. All you will feel is soft, smooth skin. Some people get confused because they're used to feeling a tacky nature and they think, well, I'm not moisturised. If you're hydrated, you're automatically moisturised. So elasticity, firmness of skin. 1 hour, the average 99%. 4 weeks, now we're showing you the cumulative build. 4 weeks, 131. 6 weeks, 148. So you can see you get better and better and better and better. We show you our lowest, we show you our highest. Our lowest figures are on our 20-year-olds. Our highest are on our 70-year-olds. We always refer to the average because we think that's right. That's the best way to do it. Yeah. But I don't know any brand in the world which shows you the lowest figures.
Well, after 6 weeks, 97% on the 20-year-olds. 97% in an exam, that is an A.
Yeah, A star.
Right? 97%. Oh, no. Look, if I am on a slimming regimen, but let's say I took some magic potion or one of these injections or something, and I'm like, oh, I only got a 97% reduction in my body fat. I mean, I'd actually go to the gym willingly because I'd be skipping down the street. I mean,
well, that's our worst.
That's the worst result. And that's for hydration.
No, that was
firmness of skin. Firmness. Sorry, this is hydration.
So we don't tighten; we firm the skin. So hydration. Hydration is moisture deep within your skin. Hydration is more important. So people get confused. People think dry skin is a lack of moisturization. Dry skin is a lack of oil. Dull, what we call sallow-looking skin, duller, greyer-looking skin, that's a lack of hydration. When you are hydrated, you're automatically immediately brighter. If you are hydrated, you're automatically moisturized. Hydration is drinking a glass of water. Moisturization, stand in a shower. Moisturization is only ever temporary. So we don't want to say long-lasting. So it was measured by the independent clinical laboratory at, let's say it was 9 o'clock at night. So the skin was measured at 9 o'clock at night. Then the product was applied. At 9 o'clock in the morning, the skin was remeasured. 12 hours later, on average, 117% more hydrated than what the participant was 12 hours before. So if you're lucky enough to have 12 hours sleep, my teenage son can do that on the weekend, not on a school day because he's in school, funny enough.
Yeah.
But, you know, 12 hours later, 117% more hydrated. That's why when you wake up on day one, so the first time you use this product, when you wake up, when you look in the mirror in the morning, you will see the difference. You will see it.
You'll see this,
Very
Rich.
often.
Or something
just 1 hour.
Yeah,
Its full result
similar.
is 8 hours away. So you can see a brighter skin, a smoother skin, a more energized skin, a more hydrated skin. Brighter skin is associated with more youthful skin. The brighter your skin is, the more youthful you will look. That's just 1 hour. Its full result's 8 hours away. Let's look at a different one. So you see them side by side. Look how much younger she looks in the after.
Yeah.
I mean, she's great in the before. In the after, what would you say, Rob? I'm going to say about 12 years.
Yeah, at least.
This particular lady, this is like a mother-daughter moment. This is 1 hour. Asian skin ages very, very well. Let's see them separated out. So we'll see a brighter skin, a more even skin tone,
Next
a more
slide,
energized
please.
skin. And when you see the faces side by side, looks like mother-daughter. To me, that's like 20 years off.
I know.
It's the same
I
light.
know.
This is just 1 hour. Its full result is 8 hours.
It looks like
away.
the de-aging they're doing in Hollywood now.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Let's show you a younger
But better.
lady. So again, we'll show you side by side in a second. But on the left-hand side, sallow, duller skin. On the right-hand side, brighter, smoother skin. And we've got a day cream. If you'll, there you go. That's side by side. She's only 27, 28, something like that.
Yeah.
So again, we try and show you different ages, different profiles.
But it's preventative too, right? So in your 20s, you could start using it to help keep aging at bay and all of these things at bay, right? Can you?
100%.
There you go. So everyone can use it. You'll get more dramatic results when you're older, but you'll still get results, as is proven, when you're younger. And that's just helping. It's like putting a protective coat on your car or something like that. You know, it's worth doing. And you're going to use, I think even people in their 20s, and again, men or women, they use something. Use the thing that works.
Yeah, but even those 20-year-olds, yes, prevention, but they're getting benefits. Even
Right,
the 20-year-olds
even
are
the
getting
20-year-old.
benefits.
We can make you better. Now, but all right, here's a question. So, Rich, I once saw there was a cream that I saw, a lotion or a potion, and it said it had 20% of whatever the active ingredient was. But then in the small print it said it has 0.4%, and I'm like, well, how can it be 20% and 0.4% at the same time?
Well, it's...
Is it marketing nonsense again? Surely not.
It's smoke and mirrors. So there's actually an advert on TV that says, I think it says, contains 3% hyaluronic acid.
Okay.
That they say that verbally.
Now that's a lot. If
Then
that was
in
true,
the
it's a lot.
small print, it says contains 0.4% hyaluronic acid. How can both things be true? Because they have to be true on TV. They have to be true.
Right.
You can't lie. So they are both true. So imagine we have 3 cups of hot water in front of us. In cup 1, we put 1 spoonful of coffee. In cup 2, we put 2 spoons. In cup 3, we put 3 spoons. All 3 of those are now coffee, but they're different strengths.
Yes, yeah.
So I could use 3% of this one, 3% of that one, or 3% of that one. The only time you actually have 3% coffee is if we take the coffee bean itself.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's what's called at 100% activity. So you can dilute it, but if it's still the same thing, yes, I contain 3% coffee, but actually how much coffee have I actually got?
The dilution of the coffee is
0.4%, that's what I've got. Right. So both things are true.
Again,
and you'll
why would you do that? Because, let's be logical here, sorry to interrupt you, but it really gets my goat. And I know, because I know what they're doing. They're not lying, but they are misleading you, in a sense. Now, they'll prove everything's above board, because you have to put, all adverts that go on TV have to go through a thing called Clearcast. I've just put our ad for ITV about our show through Clearcast. It took me 6 weeks. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life to try and please these people and satisfy them. And that's good because that sort of level of oversight is necessary. But why would you put writ large is the 3%? No, really 0.04, 0.4%. Because they want you to think the product's better than it blooming is. You don't get any of that rub. I almost said what I really thought there, but you know what I was thinking. You don't get any of that with this.
There's a great advert on TV at the moment. It's for a huge brand. I can't say what it is because it'll give it away.
Oh, right.
I nearly said it then. What it says is that what it says it's going to do, it says it's done.
Yeah.
But if you read at the bottom, it says visual assessment from 6 feet.
6 feet.
And now I've spoken to you about it.
Yeah.
You go and look for it.
Yeah,
Because I guarantee if you watch TV overnight, you will see that advert in the next 5
I'm sorry,
days.
but everyone looks good at 6 feet away.
So I nearly said it again.
Yeah.
It's for a product that gives you a certain result.
Yeah.
And it says you get that result by a visual assessment from 6 feet. Now, if you could actually see what this thing says it does, if you could see, if you could actually see from 6 feet that it didn't do it, boy, oh boy, have you got good eyesight. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say. But read the small print. Every time the advert comes on and they say something and underneath a little tiny line appears, read the line because you laugh.
Well, the fact is that if there was small print on these products, we'd have to put it on the screen. It's not there. And the fact is, if a product needs small print, it's like the way I'm shedding weight is very simple. I eat one ingredient products. I eat meat, vegetables. If it's more than one ingredient, it's probably not good for you. And if it's got a bunch of ingredients, it's definitely not good for you. So this is, I know this is not a direct comparison to that, but the point is, it's all active. It all does something. It's all in meaningful quantities. It all produces actual results. And these double-blind and these clinical studies, they are the same types of rigorous testing that pharmaceuticals, that drugs you get from your doctor go through. They are independent clinical studies by the innovation company on that one. And 30, it's all down there, I can't quite read it. It's 30 participants who took part to get the results. So it's all fully disclosed. And this at Beauty Awards 2020 as well for the AM. So it's all real, it's all actual. It's not, everything is disclosed and open and transparent and honest.
Yes, so 24 hours later, on average, 27% more hydrated. So we don't say long lasting. You know, what is long lasting? We wanted it measured 24 hours.
Yeah.
In our book, that is long lasting. 24 hours, the average is 27%. Again, we're totally transparent. We give our lowest, the highest. Lowest is on our 20-year-olds.
Luminosity?
Luminosity, 8% doesn't sound a lot. If you were to have laser treatment, it's painful. You have to have 2 or 3 or 4 courses. They cost several £100s, possibly even thousands of pounds, depends where you go. The best expected, not the average, the best expected is 7 to 9%. On average, it could be 8%. What does 8% mean? 8%, we'll show you what 8% looks like. 8% means that.
Right, yeah.
Brighter, smoother, more energized skin, smaller pore size. Now, this product totally absorbs within 2 minutes. So then you can apply makeup, even oil-based makeup, it won't pill, it won't roll, within 2 minutes. That's if you want to apply makeup. Let's look at somebody else. We'll try and show you different ethnicities, different age profiles. This lady's 57. Most ladies I know who use the product, literally when they get up in the morning, they apply the day cream, then apply the mascara. I don't know many women, well, in fact, I don't know any women that go out without mascara. So they literally get up in the morning, cleanse, apply, mascara, walk out the door. No makeup. Imagine no makeup days. You wear makeup to cover up what you consider your worst points and accentuate the points.
Well, Martha does it, but she uses MIE. Well, actually, she uses one of your ranges. She's a highly paid producer. So.
All of our products are man-friendly. as a man, you don't need to know much about these products. You can just slap it on.
Yeah.
It's a bit like that old advert. I'll smack it all over. Do you remember that?
I do vaguely,
I can't say the
yes.
brand. But anyway, they're all man-friendly. Men, you can use this very easily, very simply.
And the packaging.
You don't have to be very clever at all. You can put it on your fingers and you can slather it on.
It does smell
Ladies,
ladylike, you know.
Do it as the way I've asked you to do it. One pump. So this is a guy, funnily enough. The left-hand side, a very handsome guy, smouldering. On the right-hand side, still smouldering, but looks like he's had 4 days off.
Yeah.
Looks like he's been on holiday, he's had a rest.
He still looks younger. He looks at least, I'd say, 4 or 5 years younger than he does on the left.
Yes, and that's 30 minutes.
30 minutes, good Lord. Well, I would say why I say good Lord. I mean, you should see me what I look like when I don't use the AMPM. All right, it's Q&A time, ladies and gentlemen. Rachel, thank you for writing in. How long with daily use would each of these last?
Minimum of 3 months.
See, most creams I buy are a
3
month
months.
supply. This is a 3-month supply minimum.
Yeah, me personally, I get 4, 5. There are certain products here which I get 6 months out of.
That is extraordinary.
So
it's a look. You can buy multiples of these, and yes, you're going to have an initial bill of maybe over £100. Depends how many you buy, but that's 3.
I guarantee you, if you buy the lip once, you will buy it. The next time it comes on, you'll buy 4.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone that uses this product. So you'll have one in the house, you'll have one in your handbag, you'll have one in the car, and you'll have one in work. Now, if you work from home, okay, you're down to 3.
Right.
But you're going to have 3. You will not just have one of those.
Anna-Marie has asked the following. Hi, Anna-Marie. Is the day cream lightweight? I presume she doesn't mean the weight of the package, but the consistency of the cream, maybe?
Yes.
She's used what? Non-comedogenic.
That's
the one.
I can never say the word. Basically, it's a word, comedogenic. I can never say
comedogenic?
Something like
genetic
that.
Or something, I don't know.
What it is that, it clogs the pores, basically. So ours is non. It does not clog the pores.
Right.
Is it lightweight? It's not as lightweight as the serum. A serum would be more lightweight.
Yeah.
It is a cream. A cream is naturally slightly heavier than a serum.
Right.
But it is quite lightweight. So the night cream would be a little heavier.
Okay. And actually, you do say that you could substitute the serum for the day cream if you prefer serums, right? So you could give the day cream to a friend and just use the vitamin C serum, right? Is that right?
Yeah, you can use
or
the
even
vitamin
C. Yeah.
You can use the vitamin C on top of the day cream. It's not a problem.
Right.
Me personally, I just prefer the serum. And with the serum, me personally, it has no better effect, by the way.
Right.
But I like to keep the serum in the fridge.
Ah,
I just like the way it
fair
feels.
enough.
I like the coolness. It doesn't improve anything with the product itself.
Yeah.
But it's a very lightweight product. It totally absorbs. It gives you that powdery, smooth finish as well. And then you can apply makeup within 2 minutes.
2 minutes. There was Richard was telling me before the show. So on the last show, I said that if you try any of these products and they don't work, I'll buy them back from you myself personally. So you had an email, didn't you, from someone? But I want to put a caveat with that. If you've used the whole lot and you're just trying to get your money back off me, that's what. But
if it's only one person,
I know it's only one person, but I'll give you your money back, even if you've used the whole package and you just want a free. But on the condition that we'll never ever let you buy any more, because I bet you that'll be. Oh no, well actually, I mean, we'll ban you. But no, because once you have used this, it will become your discovery of almost the elixir of youth. You'll want to keep using it. Someone tried to take my MIE away from me. I'd have fisticuffs in the alleyway with them.
It's not the most bought item on this channel for no reason.
No.
Is there too many negatives in there?
We know what you mean.
It is the most rebought range.
On our
and you got 700,000 products or something.
Yeah.
Shop on TV.
Anna has asked the following question. She's got greasy skin. Is the AM PM? I know you've just opened inadvertently, not a can of worms, but you'll see what happens in a minute. Is it going to be a problem using the AM/PM on greasy skin?
No. What will happen is all of our products are what's called sebum regulating. What does that mean? If you're overproducing sebum, it'll dial it down.
Yeah.
If you're underproducing serum, it will dial it up.
Yeah.
So if you have greasy skin, it will dial it down. It's as simple as that. How does it do it? It's all the ingredients in there, how they work together. So what is unique about our products? Number one, the number of actives we use. Number two, the level that we use them at. Number three, the way they work in symbionts with each other and in symbionts with your skin's metabolism, works with your skin's metabolism. 4, they're clinically proven to actually do what I've told you they do.
Yeah.
I can only say X% in this time because it's been independently clinically tested.
Hayley and Susan have both asked the same question. They have very open pores. Will this help with their open pores?
Yes, so specifically, more importantly, the night cream
Yes.
does it better than the day cream.
That's
the day
miracle
cream
yeah.
does it, yes,
Yeah.
and does it very well. The night cream does it better. So the simple answer is yes, your pores will appear, well, they will be shrunk. So, but when I say reduce the appearance of, when you look in the mirror, we will actually shrink them up. So we physically shrink them so that the appearance of them, when you look at them, will appear less because they are less. I'm not using clever language. You won't see them. Do we reduce them? The answer is yes.
Do you know, I've got to be honest with you, Richard. I don't know if I've ever said this. I feel bad saying this, but I sometimes forget about the AM because the PM, I know it's for evening, but I sometimes just think of it as the miracle use it for everything cream.
If you can afford one product only of the whole range, that is it.
I do use the AM, but I sometimes have to go.
But don't buy it on its own.
No.
If you buy it on its own,
It's about 50 quid, isn't it?
Well, we sell it at $49.50. I think you sell it on its own at $49.50.
$49.50, yeah.
But as the duo, you get it at that.
And how much is the AM on its own then? That's about
$41.50.
That's 41. So you're getting £91 for 45. You're getting basically it's good as half price. Right. Any more? Paul, we have a testimonial, and this is this Paul who sent in the photos of his? No, this is someone. Okay. So Paul says, Martha's going to read it to me. I've been using the AM/PM and the Triactive Serum for nearly 2 weeks now, and I cannot stop touching my face. It's so smooth. I'd never used any products before, but this is now part of his daily routine. I'd love to reduce a few lines around my eyes. What should I get next? He's a 53-year-old man. Instant eye lift.
Paul,
yeah.
Paul, you can do two things. You could go with the eye lift.
Yeah.
Or you could go with the triple complex. The triple complex costs a bit more money.
Let's put the details up, yeah.
However, the triple complex is 10 times more powerful. I describe it as 10 times more powerful, 5 times quicker.
Yeah.
So that or the eye lift, they'll both work.
Yeah.
The triple will work faster and more effectively than the eye lift, but the eye lift will also work.
I suppose also it
one of
depends
those
on
two.
how big the wrinkles are around your eyes. If they're quite small, then you could probably get away with the instant. But if you've got, like me, really deep bags and things like that, you're going to need the supercharged triple for it.
It's like one of those things. Like you have the washing up liquid, you have the washing up liquid, and you have the XL version.
Yeah.
It's basically that. So if you want the stronger one, the triple. The triple is going to give you better results than the eye lift.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So if you want the better results, you go with the triple, but the triple costs a little more. I don't know what the price is here.
Yeah, Martha, what is the difference between the triple? Because we only do the instant
will give you
in a pack, don't we? So with the lips. I presume you wouldn't want the lips. They
Men like lips as well.
Yeah, maybe you want your lips as well. If you want the lips, it's about 20, is it? Oh, that's right, £34 for both. You will find on the website, I imagine, at shopontvlive.co.uk, there is the instant on its own, but the lip on its own is £31.50. So if you know if you're not bothered about lips and you know someone who is, get this, give away the lips and keep
no one is ever gonna not. No one is not.
You do like your negative. No one is
goodness.
ever not going to not say.
I love the lip. If you give the lip to somebody, they're gonna love it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Peter, who did send in that, well, maybe we can dig it up. So, sorry, I do apologise, Peter. It's taken a while to get through to you. But the photo of Peter's legs. So he said, "Hi both. We showed your legs earlier, and in fact, we're showing them now. I would like to thank Richard and Richard's head esthetician Anne-Marie for the outstanding results. It brought tears to my eyes, and the results for the AM PM have really, really helped him." And Paul, this has been a while actually since you sent this photo in. I can only, from my own experience with my leg, I can only assume that you now that darkness has probably started lightening, shrinking considerably.
You only had a small bit.
Yeah.
You know what that did.
It was awful. Yeah.
Imagine what Peter had with that large.
I can't imagine what he went through. Well, I can. It would have been awful. Yeah. But who'd have thought that? You wouldn't really think, oh, well, you know what, I've got all this. Now, it's hard to say this because this is me. I swear to you that I am telling the truth. But I can't show you evidence. I just know it because it's me. I've tried psoriasis, some of the psoriasis creams. I bought expensive ones off of Amazon. I bought other ones from the chemists. Now, it is a medical condition. This is why I'm treading carefully here. I'm not a doctor. I'm not qualified to give you any advice, and I am not. Please don't take it as such. But I never would have thought, actually, my saving grace would be a flipping skincare cream.
Yeah, I mean, we will not say, and we do not say this is for that.
No,
However,
absolutely.
If you say to me, could I use it with that? I will say yes. Yeah. And I will say, historically, everything we've ever got back of people who've tried it has been a positive result.
Actually, you just sparked something, my little memory there, because we do get questions about if you have sensitive skin and things like that. You actually have a user or a customer who had such sensitive skin they only put water on it. Is that right?
Yeah. So she was the PA to quite a famous makeup artist that worked on films like 300.
Oh, okay.
You know, with Gerard Butler.
Yeah, sure.
And some of those people, some of those gentlemen did not have six packs.
No.
What she do is, using makeup, she made them look like they had six. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, her PA was somebody who couldn't use any product on their skin at all, but could use ours, and with great results. So, you know, sensitive skin, even, you know, certain medical conditions, they've all been able to use the product and had positive effects from it.
Do you know what? This has just occurred to me. And if anyone who used to watch me when I did ITV before at the previous channel, they'll know the skincare range that I recommended at that time, because that's the one I used. I hadn't discovered MIE at that point. And I always used to talk about, because of my, I don't know what it is, but I have no idea what it is, whether it's psoriasis or rosacea or who the hell knows. If I don't put any product on my skin, within about a week, I have really, really terrible redness and painful redness. And I actually, the only way I was able to get rid of it in the past was with a cortisone cream, right? But when
breakdown in skin barrier function.
Is that what it is? So this other skincare range, when I used it regularly and used it constantly, it did keep it at bay. Although I had to change up the products from time to time, because eventually it started. I've just realised, since I've been using MIE, I've forgotten about this. I've never, even if I go a week without using, which sometimes I do if I'm busy or I'm travelling or whatever, it doesn't come back.
So skin barrier function, it doesn't matter what these numbers mean. Good skin barrier function is between 7 and 10. Doesn't matter what that means. You can be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You just get worse, worse, worse. You can be 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Gets better, better, better.
Yeah.
The worst result on this product,
Yeah.
the worst result was we gave someone good skin. We took somebody from 13 down to 8.9. The average result,
Yeah.
the average on skin barrier function, down to 6.2. Our average result was we gave people better than good skin.
You know, it's so weird that just came back to me. The only way you'll know is if you try it. Start with the AM/PM. If you're not sure about any of the rest of it, just start with the AM/PM and see how you feel after a few minutes, a few hours, and a few days. And I'm pretty sure that by day 2 or 3, at the latest, I wouldn't be able to get it back off. I'd have to basically try and snatch it from your cold, dead hands, because there's no way you'd part with it. It is that good. And again, I don't get commission. I'm genuinely telling you this because I do genuinely care. I care for many reasons. Number one, because I'd like to think I'm a decent bloke, and I'm a caring bloke, and a fairly sensitive man as well. But also, if you want to go completely selfish, if I say all this, you get it at home, and it's a load of old rubbish, don't work, you're never going to buy from me again, ever. If I did that, if I'd been doing that for 30 years, I wouldn't have a job anymore, because no one would hire me, right? So I make it a point to always tell absolute truth, not lies by omission, not white lies, the absolute truth, offend or please. And I do offend sometimes, don't never mean to, but there are some sensitive people out there who some of them can't take a joke. But see, I probably just offended them by saying that. But I'm promising you, I'm swearing to you, on however you want me to do it, on the lives of my son and my parents and everyone I love, this is, I can't say the word I want to say, it begins with a B. Bloomin', the first 4 letters are the same. It's blooming good stuff. And it's the best I've used. And I have access through my connections with Shop on TV and previous to anything, literally anything I wanted. And I'm sorry, and I apologise if this upsets you for me saying this, because we are a sales format. Yes, it is a shop. But forget that part of the moment. Look, I'm just talking to you as a human being. If I knew you personally, and you had any kind of skin issues or skin conditions, and it was deemed that this was appropriate for you to use, which it probably would be, and you're not using, or if you've just got skin and you're not using it, I'd say you are doing yourself an injustice. You are doing less for yourself than you could be, and probably paying more. And whatever you're using now, I promise you, the chances are very high, almost as close to certain as you could probably get, that you are not seeing anywhere near the results from what you're using now than you will see and feel and experience with this range of skincare. So, I never say this, but for God's sake, buy it and use it. You will thank me for it all the live long day. And you'll thank Richard. I am confident in that. And if it doesn't work, if it does nothing, if it is a load of old rubbish, I will buy it back from you personally out of my own pocket. Sorry, I get really... a website, there we are, there's the website. That's lovely. Everything's there. Let's talk about the serum, shall we, Richard? All of that, yeah, buy all of that. It's all good. It's all great. I mean, I really do. But at least try the AM. You can... Oh, we're down a massive stock. We've barely spent any time on it. Only half the stock left. And I imagine actually later in the day when people wake up and they've got it in their baskets, they'll start checking out and it possibly will sell out. We've only got a few minutes left, Richard. I really got on my soapbox there, didn't I? I don't do that for everything, you know. You've gone and made a really good product. Well, this is why people who have as much money as, you know, or no expense spared, they use this, or you know, your services. The
biggest compliment I can be given, and the brand can be given, and you can be given, is that this is the most rebought product in your entire store.
Yeah.
And that is because people have bought it the first time. They've taken that chance. They've somebody say, look, I can open the door, but you've got to step through it.
Yes.
You know, here they are, but you're the one.
You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it.
You know, you've got to make that that leap of faith.
Leap of faith, yeah.
But what is clear is that those people who have walked through the door, those people who have bought that one product, those people who have bought the AM or PM or one of the others, or the lash or the lip, and then have gone, do you know what? This is working.
They get the serum, yeah.
Or the regeneration. I mean, nobody's bought the regeneration serum.
Well,
this is the first time.
Well, they have tonight, yes, yeah.
You know, then they see how well it works, and they buy it again and again and again and again, and they start to then buy one or two other products. They only rebuy those products because it works. You don't rebuy products that don't work. You rebuy products because, you know, you believe in the marketing or whatever, or there's a certain brand that you become loyal to.
Yeah.
With us, if you bought it once, you're only buying it a second time because it worked. You saw the difference. You saw the changes in your skin. You saw, and you had your friends say, "You look well."
Yeah.
You've been on holidays.
Right.
You know, is there a better saying than "you look well"? I mean, "you look well" means everything, right? Your totality. It's not, oh, you know, your head looks slightly better.
That's right. Yes, your left arm seems to be
well.
Yeah, sure.
You know, it's a fantastic thing. And people talk about good hair day. If you have a good hair day, you have a good day. Well, why not have a good skin day? And why not have a good skin day every day? And, you know, the good news is, are you 20? Yeah, well, we've proven it works on you.
I am
70.
Twice. Yeah.
We've proven it works on you. Are you Caucasian or Afro-Caribbean? We've proven it works on you. One of the biggest retail stores in the country for beauty products did a survey recently, and it found that, I think I'm right in saying, 80% of their customers found skincare difficult to shop.
Yeah.
Is this right for my ethnicity? Is this right for my skin tone?
How do you know if it's going to work?
For my age.
But that's the point with this. No matter who you are, age, colour, race, creed, religion, ethnic origin, don't matter.
We've proven
this is the one that works. This is the one that works. This is the one you know will work. And again, look at the stats. They prove it. Every single statistic you've got.
Do you have skin?
I do.
Then we've proven it works.
I've got a lot of it. I'm trying to get rid of some of it, actually.
We've proven it works on you.
Yeah. Could you do an instant weight loss? Yeah. No, right. Yeah. I do. Yeah. Don't smile at me like that. I wish you. You got 5 minutes, Richard. Use them however you wish.
Do you?
Well, I mean, talking about the product.
Oh, regeneration.
We got 50 people with product in baskets who haven't checked out. I can't for the life of me fathom why, unless they fell asleep.
Regeneration serums. What this does, this gives you glass-like skin. So when your skin is formed, as we age, our skin, let's call it misforms. Yeah. When our skin cells are created.
You mean smooth, right? Because you know it doesn't get hard and transparent. I mean, when we say glass-like skin, I'm just in case there's someone out there going, I don't want a window on my face.
Actually, it's called transparency.
Is it really? Oh, it is. Okay.
It is not transparency. You don't look and see your skull.
Right.
But it's called transparent skin, glass-like skin.
Yeah.
So smooth, clear, and that's the glass element, clear. So, you know, are you uneven is what we call the skin micro-relief. Not, if you look really closely at your skin, is it smooth like glass, or is it not wrinkles, but like ripples on a pond? And do you have open pores and things like that?
Sure.
You know, and it just gives you an uneven skin tone. Mm-hmm. So glass-like skin, smooth. So imagine... well, this picture shows you there.
It's like a portrait on the right-hand side.
Yeah, so, you know, like an autumn day or a summer's day, there's not any wind and the sun's low and you look across a pond or a reservoir and it is just perfectly smooth.
Her freckles have gone and she's not wearing any makeup on the right.
Well, yeah, they're just blemishes and, you know, those blemishes are greatly diminished.
Yeah.
And you can see the micro-relief. You can see all the pores on the before, on the after, much diminished. So it's smoother, brighter. No product has been used on that skin for 48 hours before the final photo.
So it's just skin.
That is the skin. Brighter, smoother, and the micro relief. See, If you look under the eye, you can see the lines coming down, and they were gone on the after.
Yeah,
This is a different skin type. Again, you've got smoother skin, brighter skin. That's just 4 weeks. Next one.
While we change on, I just have to say you need to be on your guard and on the lookout, because, and really the highest compliment I can pay this new product is that Martha has just said that she doesn't know how she's going to do it, but by hook or by crook, she's nicking that, she's having it, and she's off without the building with it.
Well, that's up to your disciplinary.
Right. HR! Oh, that's probably me. But you will apparently have an amazing testimonial in a couple of weeks, she says, trying to barter with you.
I'll just send you one, Martha. For
a small fee. Yeah. For you, Martha, it's free. Postage and packing, $29.99. We've only got about a minute left. What would you like to say in the closing moments of the show? Nothing. Well, okay.
You know, whilst you think you've heard all of this before, you haven't.
No.
What you've done is you've heard what's called copy claims. So you will see things like contains cyanate. Cyanate is clinically proven to reduce your wrinkles 52% in 28 days. And you think that's going to reduce your wrinkles. It's not what it said.
No.
What we say is, on average, we reduce your wrinkles by 28% in 2 weeks, 54% in 6 weeks. We tell you how much, how long. And unless something says that, if it says, the product, contain cyanate, the moment it says the product and it refers to ingredient, it's no longer talking about
the product, it's talking about the ingredient.
It's talking about this person over here.
Make sure that it's what the product, I'm sorry, I've got to cut you off. Make sure that it's the product, what it can do. And we've told you tonight explicitly what all of it can do. Richard, always a pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rob.
Do tune in tomorrow night about 1 a.m. just before with a miracle chamois. I'll see you there. From Richard, from me, and from all the team. Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.